Hello! Stop it. You cock. You fucking cock. First time back in the office, and you've actually decided to start talking the instant I go hello.
Sorry.
Well, there you go. That's it. That's it. I'm going to leave that now. Going to leave that as a full... Yep, that's
okay.
it. That's,
right,
that's happening
fine.
now. That's on it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blackdog number 316. Darren's here.
Hooray.
Yay. We finally got the technology working. For fuck's sake. Yes, so 316. Hello, everybody. Yes, welcome. We're in a bit of a flustered state because we're using a completely different setup. We're using a completely different audio recording. I'm looking at Elton's face and Jim's face, and they're looking at me and Darren sitting in my house because we've got webcams and everything going on
We've got
here,
video feeds and
which
shit.
is brilliant, except for the fact we're on an audio podcast. Brilliant. Anyway.
Screw them losers. Perfect radio.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's like a nightmare. What's that thing where you used to have the chat thing on that Channel 4 with is it Babe Station?
Babe Station.
That's it. Yeah, it's like some warped sort of Silent Hill type thing.
Silent Hill Babe Station.
It's a Silent Hill Babe Station. That's what it is, and it's all kinds of horrific.
Oh my God! There's Mr. Owl. Is that
Jim's
Owl?
got his growler out.
Oh my God! No, it's not. It's a monkey.
It's a monkey. All right, Jim's got his monkey.
Jim's got his monkey out. Hello, monkey. Okay.
I ate that monkey.
I ate that monkey. So Jim's got a monkey. I've got a full-blown alien coming in. And what have you got, Elton?
All
Oh, whatever he's done, he's disconnected the cable because he's showing us the cat. But what's happened is his audio's clearly gone off because he's turned the computer around. Yeah, okay. So he's doing this. He's doing charades now. There you go.
He's back in again.
There you go. Brilliant.
He's back in the room.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Okay. So, So we got this going on. You know, there's lots of stuff going on the video. It's brilliant. What do you reckon? We're keeping ourselves amused, even if you guys can't see any of this, and it's really exclusive.
I think rule 3 for the Black Dog podcast should now be screw them losers. Who cares?
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, so welcome to episode 316. He says, moving desperately on before he loses all of his listeners. And we're going to be talking about how everyone's week's been. Mine's been technologically fraught in the last 24 minutes. And then we'll see about talking about that fucking film with the sharks in it. While Darren carries on reading on the internet. Yep. Uh-oh. Who's coming in now? Someone's trying to connect.
Who's trying to connect?
Uh-oh.
Did you leave the room
Is that
open?
You
didn't lock it?
No, it's Darren's trying to connect. Darren's trying to be funny.
I'm not. I'm actually just looking at the pictures. Look.
Yeah?
Is this like chat roulette?
I hope not. I'm locking that fucking thing.
I was going to say, just fucking lock it.
That room is locked. There you go.
Man.
Darren disappears into the toilet.
Yeah. Darren's trying to be funny on his phone. I guarantee you. Look at me. You were, weren't you? Yes, you were. See? Fucking hell, ladies and gentlemen. Technology. All it does is serve to just be a complete pain in the fucking ring. Pretty much like my co-host sitting behind me here.
What?
You were though, weren't you?
I got you back, man. I got you back.
Were.
What?
You were.
What was I trying? What was I doing?
You were trying to get onto that chat roulette because you knew the chat roulette. What I'm talking about, this chat page, because you knew the link.
No, I'm not. No, this won't play that.
As you found out.
Right. Okay, I'm going to give it a try now.
You can't now. I've locked the room.
I'm going to fucking give it a try anyway.
No, I've locked the room.
I'm going to hack your room.
You can't hack my room. I've just locked the fucker. Look. See this button here where it says locked? That means fuck off, you loser. Anyway, so
Brilliant radio.
This is fantastic. This is what everyone comes to listen to. This is why we get 600 hits. Anyway, right. So, I guess we'll start off with Birthday Boy and find out how his week's been.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's been like 3 weeks now, hasn't it?
Yeah. I was going to say because you've been off doing your electronics for beginners. Tomy's my first electronics course.
Well, I totally bunked off the first week for the Dragon one. I can't. Rain of Fire. That was it.
That was good.
Yeah, dirty big migraines from that. But what I had was, it's my birthday today, so I treated myself to a sit-down Wii.
A what? A sit-down Wii?
Yeah, why not? Sorry, it's my birthday. Why not?
What?
I'm not doing it now.
You're not on a commode or anything like that.
Say,
no.
You got a very
not anymore.
Pan.
You got a very posh toilet if you
bucket. Is it a big bucket? Is it like a Game of Thrones style bucket that you've got there with lots of other buckets that were melted together because they all took part in a big battle to free the kingdom of the bucket?
I'm going to say
lord?
yeah to that. Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about either. What are you talking about?
Talking about a game of buckets.
Anyway.
Oh dear. Right.
So much better having you
my
in
3
this room.
weeks have involved me doing electronics for beginners because my firm think I'm stupid.
Someone wants to in your chat room. What the fuck is? Who is this? It's not me.
No. Fuck off. Claim this room. Fuck off. See who let in. No, actually, why am I letting them in? What have I pressed?
No.
Why have you let him in?
Oh, fuck off. No. What have I done? What have I done? Who the fuck is this?
Who is it?
I don't know. Someone's tried to get in. Someone's just gone, ooh, hello. This has gone horribly wrong. We should
If
actually...
your name's not Dan, you're not coming in.
I really wish I could kick whoever the fuck that is off.
Right click. Can you get them off?
I don't know. Is that really you, Elton? Are you doing something?
No, it's not. No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
My jazz hand.
Whoever it is,
it's not me.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Right. Oh, for goodness
Suddenly your mum's face
sake.
appears in the window. That's great. Well done.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me just have a look. Oh, yeah. You see, what's happened here, I'm just taking a guess, is that that picture I put up of our Appear In page just happened to have the link on it. So, hello, any black doggers.
Our very sensitive room name on.
Yes, exactly. Our sensitive room name with black doggers who are clearly listening in. There is a black dogger clearly listening in, isn't there? Whoever that is. Hello, everyone. Whoever's out there. Oh, bums. This has gone wrong. This has gone horribly wrong. Right, so I'm disabling that person's sound, whoever that is.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're going to carry on. So, if someone wants to have... If people are obviously... This is like Mixler. This is like the Shonky Lab.
Yeah, it is,
This is like
but
some
better.
conspiracy theory.
This is...
They're watching us.
Do you know what this is? This is like we didn't think this through. And this is terrible, terrible podcast audio.
So we could pause it and create another room if you want.
We could.
Do you want to do that? And then
Yeah.
should we do that?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. Sorry,
Run
everyone.
away! Run away!
Run away!
There will now be a short intermission.
Okay, we've decided after a brief intermission, we're going to carry on. Whoever it is listening to us, we have to work it out by the end of the cast. But anyway, we're going to carry on. So anyway, carry on.
Is
Elton.
it Charlie from Charlie's Angels?
I don't.
Is that who it is?
don't
Because he
know.
never showed his face either.
So we got a mystery fourth chair.
We got a mystery fourth chair. Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
Fourth
Yeah.
chair it is not.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Fifth chair.
Fifth chair. Sorry, fourth chair.
Anyway,
Last one in,
Anywho.
first one out.
Mhm.
Sorry. No, first one, not second, Elton. Not second.
okay, fine.
Look, this is not making for great podcast audio. Go
Right,
on.
I'm going to crack on with my weeks.
Yeah. Go on. Go on.
Right.
Oh, hello. We have a Teresa at the back there.
Yeah. This is what happens. This is what happens when we have webcams, ladies and gentlemen. It turns into a complete and utter shit.
It's a wave, everybody.
Let's everyone wave at the frog stomper. Hello. Right. And there's a monkey, and then there's someone mystery who's hidden away in the webcam, who's probably sitting there playing with themselves. Anyway, carry on, Elton. How's your week been?
Are you sure? Can I go now?
No, carry on. Go on, carry
Right.
on.
Easter weekend. Went down to the Emirates. Went on that cable cart thing.
Oh, wow.
Finally.
Yep, lovely. Cool.
That's quite cool, actually. I really like that. I enjoyed shitting my family up while they were in there, though.
Did you rock it?
It wasn't the case of rocking it. It's a case of look at all the cable cars in front of you, and you can see them moving up and down like that. And yeah, it's rather scary for certain people, but I quite enjoyed it. What else did I see? I saw Logan.
Oh yes,
which was cool.
You like Logan?
Yeah, I quite like that actually. Yeah.
For God's sake.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, just so that you don't know, because Elton's trying really hard to ignore it, we've also got Mr. Owl now being piloted in the corner of one of the screens. For goodness sake. It's all gone wrong. Carry on, Elton.
Do you know what? I've just thought,
this
right?
Is chaos.
This video feed could take Craft Corner to a whole new level.
Oh, for Jesus Christ's sake.
I could really bring my A game with this. I really could.
Just turn it all off and start again.
It'd be like, like how to make a shit model. Hey, didn't see you there. This week, I'm going to make a shoe out of some mud.
Right. Okay.
You know.
Jesus H. Christ.
I'm going to get back on track.
Yeah, please. For God's sake.
Try to anyway, at least.
Yeah.
While the clowns, fucking hell. Do you know what it's like? It's like being on the TV, being the presenter on a live broadcast, and you got drunk idiots behind you going, "Way!"
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do for added extras, just to really mix things up, because I think the wheels have just come off this podcast entirely. I'm going to unlock the room.
No, don't do that.
That's it. Crazy. Hat over my head. Bonkers. Let's go for it. Come on. If people start appearing, they start appearing. That's it.
You are. Oh, look, we got a smiley face with some tears.
That's it. Shit's gone south. We might as well just embrace it. Embrace the chaos.
Fuck it, why not?
Right, okay, go on. So anyway, carry on, Elton. You're doing a manful, excellent job of trying to keep the format.
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you? So, Logan, thumbs up from me.
Yes.
I saw Ghost in the Shell as well.
Oh, right. What do you think of that?
That wasn't too bad. I remember a couple of years ago when I watched the animation, I wasn't impressed.
No.
This was better, I thought. But I need to watch the animation again at some point.
Well, we will. It's on the docket.
Yeah, I've just got an alarm from Amazon. Apparently, lots of pitchforks have just been bought, and torches of the wooden variety with stuff on top and petrol. So they're coming for you, Elton.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah, exactly,
well, you'll be able to see him entering.
You will from down the road. Down the road, you'll see. There's like a sneaking thing.
Yeah. So they're coming for you, Elton. That's it. They're coming the pitchforks, man. They're coming for you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Also, we went on a football tour this weekend. My boy had his under-14s football tour down in Butlins.
Right.
And it was a case of eating fried food for 2.5 days and just drinking constantly while trying to look after kids. And I was rooming with another guy and his son. His name was John. So we were living in Elton John's house.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That was a good one. Nice.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. I can't do the yeahs at the moment because I think if I come off this site, it's all going to go horribly wrong.
I think it
don't
will.
do that. Don't do that.
It will burst into flames.
Oh, dear. Yeah. So Elton John's house. Brilliant. I like that.
Yeah.
Good work.
And at one point, there were myself and John were not in the house. And so Elton John's house was just full of kids.
So it was just a house.
Oh.
I'm not saying anything. It's just, it was full of children.
Steady.
In football kits. Weird. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What for gas? I don't think so.
Jingly jangly jewelry.
Whatever floats your boat.
Jingly jewelry. Sorry. Anyway, carry on, Elton. No worries.
Right. That's it for like 3 weeks. You're welcome.
And how's your birthday going that you put off to come and do this rubbish?
Do you know, it was all right until about 9 o'clock.
Why, did it get even better then? Yeah.
Has it?
Yes.
And how old are you, if I may ask?
I'm 39 now.
I would say all your hair falls out at 40, but it's a bit late, isn't it? Anyway. So, down now, like in the Brady Bunch, I can now go down to you, Jim. Down to you, Jim, and Mr. Owl.
It's Jim, look.
It's Jim, he's down there. Dun 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 dun. Is a story of a lovely lady. Right. Okay, so, Jim, how was your week, sir?
You know, if I was to go for a wee right now, it'd go right on your head.
All these gags don't work on the podcast where no one else, apart from Mystery Caller number one.
We have to play to the other audience as well. Don't forget that, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, Mystery Caller number one.
We can't help it if the rest of the listeners are too tight to fork out on webcams and shit.
Oh, my word.
You know.
All three, guys.
He's waving.
All three.
Yeah, Mystery Caller number one's still waving at us. We don't know who that is. So anyway, yeah, go on in. So how's it been, Jim?
Fairly quiet. I had some sort of sinus infection most of the week, so I've been very good friends with Mr. Cody.
Good plan.
But other than that, I did have a very nice, relaxing bank holiday weekend.
Nice.
It was my mum's 70th birthday, so I took her out for a meal.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy
Thank you.
birthday.
And then on Monday, I just sat in front of the TV and watched films all day, which was amazing.
Sounds brilliant.
Ones I'm not actually reviewing for a podcast.
Yeah, or shit ones that you're doing for this
anyway.
podcast. Yeah, exactly. So what did you
Yes,
watch?
I
So what did you
revisited
watch?
a film from my youth, Quadrophenia, which I've not seen
nice.
for years,
All right,
which I
excellent.
thoroughly enjoy.
Do you know I've never seen it?
You've never
Not
seen
it for a long
Quadrophenia?
time.
No.
And,
Oh, wow.
but other than that, yeah, that
Put it on the
fairly quiet, so that'll do for me. And
Cool.
I'll keep this out under control.
Yeah, so this is good. So you.
Now you're just playing up for the camera. You
Yeah, I
really
was going to
are.
say. I think we should sell tickets because I think whoever's camera number one, Mystery Caller number one, is getting a show like no other. This is just amazing. So okay, well fine. Look, cool story, bro. We got a cool story, bro sticker from customer number
Who do
one.
we know says bro a lot? Do we know
I
anybody
don't-
that says
I
bro? I'm trying to work
don't
this
know.
out now.
I don't know. But all I know now is I've looked at the appeared in page, and apparently because we haven't paid for it, there's only going to be space for like 2 people. So we'll get one more person in.
It's Ed fucking Sheeran. That's who it is.
Fucking better not be, otherwise I'm off.
Hello.
He's in the next season of Game of Thrones. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know.
How the fuck did he wangle his way on there?
Easy. He's Ed Sheeran. Hello, I'm a little Ed Sheeran.
And out nice again.
Let's talk about prostitutes and alcoholism in a chicky-chappy kind of way. Sorry. Anyway. So, okay then. Well, let's move on to you then, Darren. How's your week been?
My week has been film stuff.
Film stuff.
Yes, film stuff.
Yeah, go on. Carry on.
Yeah, okay, Elton. So yeah, it's film stuff. On Friday, I went off to the Prince Charles Theatre to watch Doctor Strangelove.
Oh, yeah. Another
Yeah.
film I haven't watched.
You've never seen Doctor Strangelove?
Nope.
Right.
Another one that's going to end up on the docket because it's going to be Mystery Monica.
This is shaping up to an educating Metcalf month.
I think
Elton,
it is.
Elton, have you seen Doctor Strangelove?
I don't think I have, no.
Oh, you're supposed to say, yeah, I have actually. It's one of my favourite
Yes, I have, yeah. Mhm.
You missed out on that one, didn't you? Never mind. So yeah, it's. I forgot how good the film actually was. I mean, I know it was a good film,
So
but
have I.
Yeah.
I forgot how good it is.
you've never seen it.
No. Just wondering if you're paying attention, that's all.
One of my favourite lines in that film is, "We'll have
Don't
no."
spoil it.
No, just. All right, I won't. Then it's not giving anything away.
This is the war room. I will not have fighting
Exactly.
in the war
Yeah,
room.
that one. Yeah. I will know fighting in the war room.
I've never seen it.
No, but you know the lines,
Yes.
don't you? Yeah. Okay. Well, that was
Spoil
good.
it
That
for
was
me.
good. And following on from that, this week, on Thursday, I'm going off to see Mad Max Fury Road, the Black and Chrome edition.
And so will I as soon as I
Of course,
book the
yes, you're
ticket.
joining us. And
As soon as I book the
Mr.
ticket.
Placides will also be there.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently in some places it only got a one-day showing.
Yeah, and there's going to be a black
in
and chrome
Glasgow.
version of Logan as well.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh.
There you go.
That would be good in Chrome.
Yeah, I was going to say, and other browsers are available.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But on Saturday, after actually the same day, after I went and saw that, I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yes.
Volume 2, but we'll speak about that later.
No, that's cool. No, you can speak about it. No,
in fact, I have actually seen it twice. I know you have. I did go on the Sunday, took Mum and Dad to see it as well because they were sort of like it's a tradition now to take them to go and see the Marvel movies.
you got to maintain that whole thing of like taking your mum and dad after the Fast and the Furious thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to maintain that.
No, not maintain. I'd take them to a lot of films.
Yeah,
they're like go in, like come on, I'll take you out this one. So we go and see.
I bet 50 Shades of Grey were a bit awkward.
Yeah, they weren't happy about that.
No, no. They thought it was about decorating. They thought it was about a couple's trials and tribulations going to fucking B&Q and going through the paint book looking for 50 Shades of Grey.
I want apple moonlight white.
Yeah. No, something else white.
Not battleship grey.
Yeah.
I want metallic death grey.
Indeed. But I will say about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I actually came away feeling so much better than I have in a while from anything. I actually felt so cheered up after watching it.
Okay.
It was just like, that was a great experience. I loved it. I know it probably wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was excellent.
Cool.
Let's see what else. Just on the games front, picked up a cheapie, Revolution. Was it Homefront Revolution?
Oh yes.
Now it was released on the 360 as just Homefront beforehand, and the story is that in an alternative universe, the North Koreans really excelled in their technology. Basically,
didn't just fire a rocket into their own back garden.
Exactly, yeah. Didn't stand there on the launch pad lighting the blue touch paper.
Sitting there with a little sort of bicycle pump and a bottle of orange juice.
You're onto a bit of a loser when the nuclear missile they've got has got standard written up the side of it.
It's got Fanta
a big box, yeah. Got it from the local paper shop. Got a great big case
and a silver cone with the words Kim Jong was here on the side of it, written in crepe paper.
Exactly.
Yeah. Soon we'll have a milk bottle big enough, sire.
Melt some more windows.
Yeah. Quickly to the off license. I hear they have a 2-for-1 on Coke cans.
So anyway, yes. So the story goes: North Korea excels in its technology. The Americans buy their military technology of them. But what they don't realise is North Korea's put a back door into all of the technology, so they just basically switch all the boats and everything off and just march into America and take over.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's a way to do it.
Indeed. And so you basically play the sort of the leader of the resistance. There is another guy who's
get a
been
bit closer
captured.
there, Mike.
Do I?
Yes.
Oh, is that better?
That's better.
There we go.
There you go.
So you play the sort of like the leader of the resistance, and you have to organise your forces and take over various points in the city to try and.
Is it a first-person shooter?
It is first person.
Okay.
It's a very much a sort of open world, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's like playing Call of Duty online, but without the fucking knobheads. So I'm really enjoying it.
Nice.
I'm not going to get taken out of the game by some 12-year-old called Knobmaster 72.
Yeah. Doomcock 47. Cocklord 5.
Yeah, Cocklord 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, very good. Enjoying shooting people in the face.
Yeah,
going John Wick style.
Who doesn't enjoy that at the moment?
Yeah. So I think that's about it, really.
Is that it? Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Well, my week's. Well, I had the bank holiday. That was nice. Went to see Guardians of the Galaxy with Pete and Elton. As Pete and Elton, what am I talking about? Pete and Andy, the other bloke that you do that roundy, carry, flappy thing with, the Flappy Paddles podcast.
The other one, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. The other one. Yeah. So I did that. That's it. Andy. That's him. So we did that for Space Doc. Which started off as we're going to go to the pub, we're going to watch the film and go to the pub and have a conversation. Then Andy went, I've got to go to see someone at London Bridge, And once I do that, I'll come back and we finish the whole thing off. About 5 minutes after he left, it was like the door swang out open as he went through.
Yeah.
And then by the time the door had swung back, me and Pete were like, Una Paloma Blanca!
What, you went on a Club 18 to 30 holiday?
We literally
'Cause you're a bit late, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm very late, mate. And it was like, oh, fucking another beer, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I remember the phone call.
Yeah, then Martin Thompson turned up, and it was just like, by the end of it, it was like, hey! And then Andy sent back a text going, so I'm going to be on my way back. Are you ready to record the second part? It's like, on the fucking tape. Yeah. I think it's probably not a good idea. But no, watched Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought it was a bit. It was good at the beginning, and it was good at the end, but the bit in the middle was a bit. It just kind of lost its way. It didn't know what it was going to do, and so what it did was it kind of went back to old. Hang on, it went back to its greatest hits. So you had to have certain characters do certain things because that's what they did in the last film, and something has to happen because that happened in the last film. And I just kept thinking, I've seen this, I've seen this, I've seen this, I've seen that, I've seen that, and I've seen that, and I've seen that, and I've seen that. But it wasn't nearly as entertaining. So the first 20 minutes, great. The last 20 minutes, great. But the bit in the middle was just like, it just seemed like they just looked for reasons to do things that they did in the first film. Like there would be no in the first film he'd have music in his headphones that would be related to the thing that's going on, and they just wouldn't bring it up. It would just be part of the story. But in this one, you have to have someone go, oh, yeah, you know that music that Peter plays? Can we play that, please? And
that happens at the very beginning, and it doesn't get mentioned again.
Doesn't it?
No.
Or has it got something to do with the whole...
Yeah, but they don't say, let's play some
music.
music.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
He does. He actually turns around to the bloke and he says, have you got any of Peter's old clothes and music in there?
Oh, all right. It happens
twice
after that.
Then. So
that's
all right,
twice.
Okay,
twice. The way you went on about it, it's like every time they started playing a tune, they actually go, shall we play some music, children? It's like, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, I don't see it.
Watch it. Seriously.
I've watched it twice. I sat there watching it. I listened to what you said, and I sat there watching it.
Elton's got a cat now. Nice.
Yeah.
It looks like he's gone to the North Wall.
That's an handsome rug you got there, sir.
No, all I was going to say was it was like what's going on?
I don't know. Our mystery guest has put up a brick wall with an alien.
Oh right,
with soon written over the top of it.
Yeah, fine. Our mystery guest will remain a mystery unless they posted something on Facebook and I haven't seen it. But anyway. But yeah, but there was things like that. So there was so Drax has to have something happen to him which is completely ludicrous, and then have him go, "That's awesome!" We have to have Baby Groot doing a dance, which is cool. But then we have to have him do the freezy thing that he did in the end titles, which was a gag. But now he has to do it at the beginning titles. Just why? Because that was funny in the last one. Tiny thing. Yeah, but the thing is, it wasn't just tiny things, mate. It was everything that everything that was in that film was in some way a rehash of something that was in the first film. Whether it was stuff that I can't say because it's a spoiler, but relies on someone. That's what I'm going to say, and someone else standing there looking at them, going, "No, no, no," floating in space. I just saw too much of the first film in it. And when you start seeing that, you know that there's probably a problem either with me watching it or something, but I was just watching it going, yeah. And when it tried to do something new, like the big slog out at the end, it was off. It was doing its own thing, and it's like, great, that feels like a new film. But there was bits sort of in the middle of it. I was just kind of thinking, yeah, I've seen this. We've done this, done that. The bit I did like was in the forest. I loved that.
The actual scenes of that, the humour in it reminded me of a comic by the name of The Next Men. Okay, now if you've never read The Next Men, basically what it is, it's the B-list. It's like some B-list heroes get together and form a sort of I think you can call them mercenary group.
Yeah.
But they're being hunted down by this enemy that has all this. They do all these really kind of out there weapons, biological weapons. They've got like attack bears or attack teddy bears that they fire at people. Now, in the group, you've got Machine Man, and there's a very funny scene in the book where you've got Machine Man standing there, and he's actually got. He's literally this attack bear has launched itself at him, and it's got him on top of the head, so it looks like he's wearing it as a hat. So the humour in that was very much It reminded me of that.
Yeah,
very much.
I mean,
a
like
lot.
I say, I mean,
I can't even say what bits.
No, we can't say what bits.
No.
But I mean, it's not to say it was a terrible film. That's not a terrible film. It just felt too over familiar. It's like, I don't know. All the sequels of all the Marvel films to date have tried to do something different or new, or take the characters in new directions. When they tried to do it in this film, they repeat things.
Well, where Drax was concerned, he was very straight-laced and serious in the other films. In this one, it's kind of like, I don't know, he's discovered a sense of humour.
No, it wasn't the sense of humour. It was he's going to say the stream of consciousness thing out of his head. So he just came out with things.
He laughs. This is the thing. He really didn't laugh that much, if he laughed at all in the last one.
What the bit when the Milano goes through the Dark Aster and everyone's going ah, and he's going ha 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 ha.
Once
ha, ha.
in this, he laughs an awful lot.
Yeah, but it's the
It's
same
as if
gag. It's the same gag. Something disastrous is happening. Everyone else is screaming. He's going ha 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 ha, and then get to the very end. Everyone stops and goes, oh, and he just goes, "That was awesome." It's like we did this. We did this gag. I'm not. All I'm saying is they're little things, but when you add them up to an entire film, and then you make it 30 minutes longer than the original, you feel like you kind of been there. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a crap film. I'm not saying that.
Well, unlike yourself, I didn't actually think it was half an hour too long.
No, maybe.
No,
but
not
I
this
did.
time.
I did. Or I did. I thought that whole middle section of trying to with Kurt Russell, I thought could have been. But anyway, I went to see it again, despite all of that stuff, and that was the fun bit because we went to the cinema, which was actually doubling as a creche.
Yeah.
This is brilliant.
I love it when they do that.
What one did you go to?
It was the O2 Cineworld. And basically, to cut a long story short, we were all sitting there, everything was quiet. And then what happened was these 3 adults came in with 4 children under the age of 5. And they came in, and this old lady who was clearly the nan came in, and she came in and sat down, and she was clearly the handler, because they all kept coming to her. But the mum and the dad sat at the end of the row. So mum and dad sat at the end of the row, so the kids had to get past mum and dad to get to nan.
She had a big cattle prod. Get up there.
Yeah, exactly. But then what happened was she let them run off, and they would run down to the front of the screen, and they were running backwards and forwards up and down the screen all the time. And eventually they ended up doing that thing where they hang off of bars and hang upside down, and they were doing all of that shit. Carol gets up and goes to see an attendant.
Yeah.
The attendant says, "Oh, they'll come and check." In the meantime, I've had enough. I moved down the other end of the cinema, literally to the other end of the cinema. Right behind us, just as I sit down, suddenly I hear, wah, wah,
What?
wah, and there's a couple.
Someone gave birth.
So you
Yeah,
had that.
Someone gave birth.
You
Blood
had that as
everywhere.
well.
Yeah.
Because I had that a couple of weeks ago in there.
Mm. And there was literally a couple. There was a couple who couldn't have been more than in their early 20s, and they had literally a baby in arms. And they were giving it rattles, they were giving it a bottle, and it dropped the bottle.
Rattles.
And it dropped the bottle. The bottle rolled under the table, or rolled under their chair. And the guy took his phone out, turned the light on, and went looking for it. Now, we went back. I'm like, this is a fucking zoo. Fuck.
Yeah.
And then I went back to the other place because, like, at least I was away from like the wheeling baby with the fucking bottle and the rattle. Then they changed the kid's nappy in the theatre on the steps. On the fucking steps.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
That is classy.
Yeah.
I must admit.
Yeah. So then we're waiting for lady to turn up and start sorting all of this out, never appears. So I'm getting more and more cross. And then Lisa's sitting beside me and she goes, Daddy, I need to go to the loo. Okay, fine. I've seen this film. I can handle missing this section. I'm fine. So I get up, take Lisa to the loo. I'm not going to take her into the men's loos because, frankly, she's 9. Well, she can go to the loo by herself. So I sent her into the ladies' loos, and I'm standing outside the ladies' loos. Now there's no one. There's no one in the theatre to help take care of parents or anything. Suddenly, out of nowhere, lady in Cineworld suddenly appears out of nowhere like a genie. She goes, "Excuse me, sir, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm waiting outside the ladies' loos." "Why?" "Because my daughter's in there." "How old is your daughter?" 9. "Is she?" I went, "Lisa, how old are you?" 9. Comes back the reply. I said, "There you go." "Well, can you move away from the ladies' toilets because we want to create a safe space around the toilets. We don't want you scaring or making people feel uneasy about going to the toilet." So I'm like, you know what? I totally understand that. And I walk backwards and I said, "By the way, there's some people in there who've got a crash going on in Cinema 7. She went, "Oh, yeah, we'll go and check that later." And she wandered off. I was like,
isn't that what doors were invented for? To stop you feeling awkward from inside and outside?
I thought that's what Blu-rays and DVDs were invented for as well, so people didn't have to bring their kids to the fucking cinema. Yeah. Not babies anyway. I mean, all right, older kids, but not fucking infants.
So anyway.
Maybe the stairs are a safe space as well. Next time, just have Lisa take a slash on the stairs.
Yeah, actually, maybe I should. I mean, so anyway.
And maybe tell Cineworld they've got a couple there who have been living their feral since 1989 and actually raising a family in their cinema. And if they came into the auditorium once in a fucking while, they might realise they've got troglodytes living in there.
Living off the scraps of hot dogs and
popcorn.
tacos.
And that was when the chuds appeared.
Exactly. Yum, yum. Lisa find a little
like fucking Deathline, but in a cinema. Jesus.
So the lady got
people under the stairs.
Exactly. So chuds have been moved in. So I got moved away from the ladies' loos, which again I completely understand the point. I'm not arguing that, but the fact of the matter is they can appear for that straight away. And that's fine. But when you're sitting there going, "Hey, guess what? I paid 40 quid for my entire family to come and watch another family just run riot in a cinema."
Yeah.
So anyway, went outside. After the film ended, went outside. There's already a couple moaning at this beleaguered manager, and I'm like, "Yes, and another."
Get in. Give you 2 pennyworth, my old son.
Yeah, and then Carol got in there, and then basically the bloke did something which was the wrong thing for him to do.
What did he do?
Well, he turned round, you see. I'd been listening to Commode and Mayo's podcast on the matter of 12s and 12As. And he turned around and he went, "Well, I'm terribly sorry, but 12A is an advisory and parents can let any child in if they feel they can accept the material on screen." So I went, "Well, actually, no, the BBFC website says that it's not mandatory that they should have an age range, but it is recommended that anyone over the age of 8 be allowed in without problems. However, everyone under the age of 8 must be queried by a manager." And he's like, "Oh, really?" And then I looked around, "Really?" What? Exactly. And there's a whole queue of people, and they're going in, and I'm saying, "Right, okay, look." I said, "Look down this fucking row." And he's looking down the row, and I said, "See all these kids?" And there was one kid, no joking, she must have been about 3. And she had pigtails, and she was skipping up and down, and she's blowing bubbles and all this kind of thing. I said, "She's not coming to see fucking Fast and the Furious, and I tell you what, you're going to sell her a fucking ticket to the Guardians of the Galaxy, aren't you?" He went, "I'll get you some free tickets." It's like, fucking, you know what? Fucking kick you to the fucking curb. And then I took his... Oh,
hello.
You pulled me fucking microphone.
I've not done anything.
Oh, no, I can't hear myself. There you go. And then... I don't know. Don't ask me.
You saw this. I didn't touch it at all, right? It just happened.
Shit magic.
Anyway, and then it's like so then he
watch as I make the audio disappear from one ear and appear in the other. Shit magic.
Hello, I'm Oblong.
I'm as long as I am short or something.
I'm as wide as I am tall.
Yeah.
Anyway, so so then basically I'm like, fucking crunch, angry, and then I took his name and then I complained on the Cineworld website, and guess what? I got 2 new tickets as well for that. So, I got 6 tickets, and do you want to know the best bit of all?
Go on in.
I didn't pay £41 for the tickets. I got them through my company's perks website, so I only paid 20. So I got 8 tickets. Fuck
Fantastic.
you, Cineworld. Fuck you.
Well, there's a few films coming up. You might want to spend those on.
Yeah, well, exactly. So I did well. So all in all, yeah, fuck Cineworld right now. However, I will take their free tickets. Anyway, shall we move on to the film?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it.
Yeah, why not?
Everest's best ever windows are now in their January sale. Call now on 0800 010 123. Don't miss out.
Right, okay, so this week's shit-covered goggles are the stuff that you've missed behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen. Only one person, one mystery person who's been communicating through the power of song or something, knows what we've been talking about. But anyway, let's move on to Deep Blue Sea, which is a 1999 American-Australian, oh my word, science fiction horror film starring Saffron Burrows, her pants, Thomas Jane, his chest, LL Cool J and his fucking parrot, and some other people. Also, Stellan Skarsgård picks up a conservatory along with Ronnie Cox.
Yep.
Yes, it's conservatory season. I should have done a conservatory video. Oh, that jingle didn't do it, did I?
No.
Oh, never mind. Anyway.
Should we do one?
No.
Would you like to buy a conservatory?
Yes, we have
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson. Would you like to buy a conservatory?
Motherfucker, yes.
I have a conservatory with a pool in it. Would you like a conservatory and a pool with it to go with your shark story thing that we are reviewing on the Blackdog, like right now?
Yes, I fucking would. Motherfucker.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Conservatory season on Blackdog. That was a Blackdog Economy Cuts Jingles production. Yes.
Fucker.
Motherfucker. Anyway. So, yes, it had a budget of $60 million. Guess how much it made, Elton?
I reckon about 60.
Okay. Jim?
100.
Okay. Darren?
A roll of book tokens.
And seeing as we've got mystery guests
The
over...
W.H. Smiths that don't really sell that many books these days. It made a whole book full of W.H. Smith's gift tokens, which are about as useful as being able to fly only when you're on a plane. As in, that's your superpower.
Right.
Yeah, or being invisible when no one is looking.
Okay. And a mystery guest has chimed in thinking it's 50k.
Really?
Right. So, actually, no, it's it made $164.6 million.
What?
I don't know. I think this was the dawning of the age of the stupid.
Ah.
This was the dawn that told us that Transformers would make a huge amount of money in 5 fucking films. But anyway, so yes. So it was.
I wish I bought shares in those films.
Yeah. So it was directed. It was directed by Rennie Harlin, who did such fantastic work as. What can we say? He did Cutthroat Island.
Prison. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4.
Cutthroat Island.
Cutthroat Island. Yeah. It also was written and produced by Akiva Goldsman. Yay!
Oh, right. Okay.
Who did such wonderful work as Batman and Robin. And the next Transformers movie as well. So there's something to look forward to.
So let me get this straight. They stopped the combat in the middle of it to talk about the Transformers credit card.
Pretty much.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my nipples! Anyway. Anyway. Yeah,
it's an in-joke, ladies and
that's an in-joke, ladies and gentlemen. Right, anyway, according to the interview in Los Angeles Times, Deep Blue Sea was originally inspired by Australian screenwriter Duncan Kennedy witnessing firsthand the horrific effects of a shark attack when a victim washed up on a beach near his home.
So I hadn't just watched Jaws and thought, I can make a remake.
Yeah,
of that.
what if they were Clever Jaws?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote the draft. It's called it Clever Jaws.
Clever Jaws.
Clever Jaws.
tagline, he's not stupid, you know.
Yeah. He's got maths with a bite. Anyway, we can spitball that. We'll put a pin in that. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, then he had a reoccurring nightmare of being in a passageway with sharks which could read his mind. Telepath Jaws. Ooh. Second draft, Telepath Jaws.
These all sound like films written by Asylum.
Anyway, so he purged those dreams by sitting down and having a good writing a screenplay that eventually evolved into the film Deep Blue Sea. And Kennedy acknowledged that whenever someone mentions a shark movie, naturally they think of Steven Spielberg. The problem was approaching a shark movie. How do you do it without repeating Jaws? You do Maths Jaws.
Maths Jaws.
Clever Jaws.
Clever Jaws.
Jaws doors. Because it does. Every single one of them can open a fucking door. Anyway. The film received mixed... The film received mixed to negative reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, which gave it a 57% rating, with 52 positive reviews out of 92. And it also got a 5.6 average rating, with the consensus stating, aside from a few thrills, Deep Blue Sea is unoriginal and unintelligent. Empire magazine gave the film 3 stars out of 5, saying it was never going to crash any parties come Oscar night or usurp previous nature fights back epics of Jurassic Park or Jaws, but Deep Blue Sea remains defiant. It's about giant sharks eating people, and that's exactly what you get. Roger Ebert went further, saying that the film was in a genre where a lot of movies are retreads of the predictable, and Deep Blue Sea keeps you guessing. I was guessing, when was I going to switch this fucking thing off? Anyway, so that's it. Apparently in 2008 there was a potential sequel, but according to
sequel.
Yeah, and it was announced that the film would be released direct to video, hitting the shelves in 2009. However, Rennie Harlin disappeared up his own arse and was never seen again. That's it.
What would it have been called? Let's have a think.
Deep
about
Blue
it.
Sea.
Deeper, bluer sea.
Yeah. Yeah. High wide sea. Cerise water palace. Paddling pool of the dead. Math shark. Jaws doors. I'm still sticking with Jaws
Deep
doors.
Blue double C.
Yeah. Deep Blue CC egg cup. Deep Blue 5 cc's, which is really a quarter of a litre when you take it out because you need it for plot purposes.
Deep Blue C++.
Yeah, C# programming language. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Anyway, who's seen this film before? And I'm not asking you, mystery person.
I have.
You have, Jim?
I hadn't.
You haven't? Okay, well,
No,
in which
all
case,
of it before.
You get to go first. You, Jim.
You down there.
You and the owl. Go for it. That's really weird, the way that thing fucking blinks. That's weird.
Because he's real.
I know he's real. Wow.
I could give him a taste of his own medicine and shit on his head for a change. But look,
Will
you
you
see,
stop
I can see him. I'm just above him. Look in the picture.
Will you
My
stop
arse.
shitting
Right
on people's,
there.
stop shitting on people's heads? Look, the camera does. It's not University Challenge. They didn't have the two teams one above the other. They were actually
It's Darren.
yeah.
Just so you know, people, Jim lives in a cave under Lee's house.
He does. And I don't have any legs,
Nope.
according to this picture,
I don't have any. I don't have an elbow on my right arm.
or any
the
feet.
left arm. Sorry.
Or any feet.
Or any feet.
Anyway, Jim, what did you think of the film?
Well, so I'd never seen this. I'd only ever seen bits of it before on the TV. I once sort of caught the end of it. Although it doesn't make much sense, but that's because I hadn't seen the start. Well.
And did it make much more sense after that?
My alarm bells instantly rang when I saw the name Rennie Harlin on the director's credits.
Yeah.
And I thought, all right, where's the Valium? I have a long history with Rennie Harlin of not liking his films, basically. Ever since he did Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, and he had Freddy resurrected by a dog pissing fire. And that kind of sums up his directorial aesthetic, I think, very much. It's kind of... It doesn't matter if it makes sense or even not make sense. If it looks cool, if a teenager might think it looks cool, it's going in.
Yes.
So I set a pretty low bar for this movie, and it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. But at the same time, it's kind of, okay, it's a turn your brain off movie. It's smart sharks. It's a shark slasher movie crossed with a lot of bits ripped off from old disaster movies, such as The Towering Inferno and The Poseidon Adventure, and lots of Jurassic Park in there.
Jurassic Shark, you could say.
Indeed.
Pachow, pachow.
Yeah. But even down to, like, everyone goes away because there's a big storm.
Mm-hmm.
Management's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a bunch of predators that have suddenly learned to work in and act like a pack and hunt together.
For a girl.
Yes.
There's a lot of Jurassic Park in it. Yeah. However, there's none of the talent of Jurassic Park in there. As you can tell by the numerous bits of slow-mo, which, apart from looking cool, also served to pad out the film to get it to feature length, I'm reckoning.
Yes. Yeah, it was definitely
very much so.
Dean Lerner production, wasn't it? Everything that wasn't dialogue was option for slow-mo.
Saffron Burrows, who I sort of really know her from, she was in a lot of kind of art house flicks. And clearly she didn't want to be here.
Are these real art house flicks, Jim, or are they the kind of art house flicks that end up with a sort of like guaranteed homemade art house flicks?
Well, the kind of art house flicks that got rave reviews in The Guardian, I thought, I'm not seeing that old bollocks. So I can't really comment.
Yeah. I'm going to move this over here so I'm not sort of staring Darren in the back of the head, or he's not staring the back of my head. Carry on.
Thomas Jane. I can't decide whether he was phoning it in or just trying to play it straight and hope he didn't get fired.
Yeah.
But that haircut did him no favours.
Oh, yeah. That blonde, it was totally natural.
Well, what was good? Was it some sort of surfer look? I used to see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stellan Skarsgård, clearly there just to cash the check.
Yeah.
And, couldn't wait to die.
Yeah, but
Samuel L. Jackson.
He was harmless.
Definitely had one eye on the conservatory catalogue all the way through.
Yeah. Especially when it probably said that 50% of his entire thing would be as a special effect being thrown through a window.
The highlight of the film.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But LL Cool J was the only one who knew how terrible this film was, and he will get props. Because he clearly knew he was in a bag of old bollocks and was playing it like he was in an episode of Scooby-Doo.
Well, I think he nicked a few props from the actual set to sell them off later on to make up for the his
shark hat.
His hat is like a shark fin.
He's got a shark fin. Anyway, sorry, carry on, Jim.
LL's coming. Oh no, he's got that fucking hat on again.
Yeah, don't look at it. Don't make eye contact.
Don't mention it. Don't
bring,
say anything.
Don't bring attention to his shark hat.
Don't encourage him.
No, don't say anything. He'll only go on about it. He's had it grafted on. It's supposed to look natural. Sorry, Jim. Carry on, mate.
Yeah, so it was kind of, my problem with this film was, all right, it's a stupid action, horror, science fiction, shark film. And when Stellan Skarsgård got ate by that shark, then gobbed out to break a window, I thought, this has jumped the shark now. This has got to the point where it's going to go crazy.
Yeah.
And then it didn't. It didn't top that moment. And I think for the film like this, it's kind of, if it went stupider, I'd have a lot more fun with it. But as it was just kind of like, it just got tedious. It was kind of, it had moments of potential, like the shark turning on the oven to cook LL Cool J.
Oh, for God's sake.
Now, if it, the second ram, it had brought in some icing sugar or something, and
it had a chef's hat.
It had a chef's hat on, and really gone for it.
Fucking whisk in his hand.
You had something there, but as it was just kind of like, come on, get out, get on with this. I mean, the thing was, at the start, you have that catamaran scene.
Yeah.
Where they say, oh, these smart sharks, they've learned how to open the door.
Yeah.
They can open the door, why have we got the rest of this fucking film?
Yeah.
Why don't you just open the door and fuck off and spare us this?
Yeah, exactly. And then and on top of that, if it managed to escape by opening the door, I thought the whole thing was about it jumping over the fence when he started talking about it being 8-foot fence. And it's like, how big is that fucking shark anyway? He could just like go and just flatten the fence and just carry on. I mean, it was fucking the size of a bus.
Why put a door on a shark fence?
Why? And why? Yeah, and if the
Why not put a yo lock on there? You know, make it a little bit hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
some double glazing with a sort of double lock where you can sort of uplock it first. Deadbolt.
Exactly. Yeah.
Some razor wire on it.
Yeah.
Put that on there.
5 lever lock.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. 5 lever locks. That's good. Yeah, and the nice brass Yale just to sort of top it off. Maybe a bolt across the top.
D-lock as well. D-locks are really hard to get off.
Don't forget to put the latch down on it.
Bolt cutters.
There's a latch. Don't forget the latch. Oh, and the chub chain.
Chub chains.
You know, where and you can unlock it from that. I don't know if you ever saw those, the old chains where you can put the key in and unlock it from one end. And
that's it, yeah.
A combination lock as well would have done the trick.
Yeah.
And maybe, just maybe, putting a lid on the fucking swimming pool.
A retinal scan would have sorted that shit right out, though.
Yeah.
You know, would have. Or, no, actually, a thumbprint. It's like, or
maybe putting the sharks in a swimming tank. An actual fish tank.
Well, how about
putting instead of the open fucking sea?
Yeah, put the facility like in the middle of the desert, and then that way, they're not going to get very fucking far. Then, are they?
No.
And then you can have a sequel, Desert Sharks.
Desert Sharks.
Sand Sharks.
Yes, Sand Sharks. There we go. Then you'll probably find out that they can. I don't know.
Fly in tornadoes.
Yeah.
No, don't start that down that way. Madness lies, Jim.
They've invented.
Oh, then it's turning to Tremors, though, isn't it?
Transportation.
Driving cars around.
Car Shark. The Shark and the Furious. Furious? It was fucking livid. Sitting there in a little tank of water in a little mini metro.
Or it fills a bucket up. Fills a
bubble car.
It fills the bucket up and gets in the bucket and like hops it along and chases people down a thing like this.
It's hammer time.
Exactly. You know, definitely when you hear clang. Clang. Where's it coming from, though? It's bouncing off all the walls. We don't know which direction it's coming in. Clang.
Bounce.
Clang.
So and then the sound of a tap just filling itself back up again.
And it's like that bit in Alien where he's got the tracker and he's like, it should be right on top of you now. And it literally is. It comes straight through the ceiling and fucking flattens Thomas Jane. That's it. Fucking 3 tons of fish in a bucket. There we go.
And he's got a little castle as well that he can swim through.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Little bit of coral for a hat.
Where is the shark in the bucket?
Which blows bubbles every now and again.
And that's how it kills people. It gets their heads and it makes them look inside the bubble chest and snap.
For whom does the bucket clang? It clangs for thee.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's the tagline.
Yeah,
for the film.
exactly. And every now and again you get a view through the shark's eyes and he's looking at the little plastic skeleton that goes, kill them, kill them all.
I've got it. You know who's listening at the moment, who the other listener is? It's the chief ideas controller type person from the Sci-Fi Channel, the bucket shark. That's the next movie.
Bucket shark.
Bucket shark.
It's got to be a really small bucket as well.
Small bucket, yeah.
Big shark, literally.
Big shark, tiny bucket.
like
Hop it along.
Yeah. Like literally, it looked like one of those cartoon sort of cactus, you know, with this big bulgy thing, which is like a 50-foot shark and a 3-inch bucket.
A tiny bucket.
Yeah.
It's not even that. It's actually a McDonald's Coca-Cola cup of the medium size, and it's just in it. It's really tightly fitting, and it's just, you know. But the way they stop it is that Thomas Jane's got a fucking Stanley knife and just slits it up the side. And like, oh fuck!
Yeah.
Oh,
it'll be hop.
Yeah,
hop, hop, hop. Where's it coming from?
Where is it? I can't see it. Oh no, it's a fucking place. It's got tiles everywhere. I can't tell where it's coming from. It's bouncing off the walls. We're in a fucking junction. Which way? Which way? It gets faster as it closes in. It'd be dun clang, dun clang, dun 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 clang clang clang, ba 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 ba.
See, theatre of the mind. We've done this. We got this shit.
We got this shit. Fuck it. That's it.
Sorry, we're still trying to work out what Jim thought of this film.
Sorry, we just went off on a tangent there.
No tangents. I mean, obviously, we don't want to go off on any tangents.
I don't want to go off on any tangents at all.
No. Anyway, Jim, carry on.
Yeah, the thing is, with this film being as stupid as it was and being genetically altered, I was expecting by the end for them to have, we're safe now, we're in a dry corridor, and then have a shark sort of waddle out, kind of like a lungfish, and jump on a trolley or something, or a skateboard, and down the corridor.
With a mouthful of water in it, it's holding its breath.
I mean, there's so many things you could rag on this film, but it's almost pointless. I mean, it's kind of... The sharks change size, and at the end of the day, they don't actually do an awful lot. No. The sharks. Yeah, but they're in the water. Stay out the water. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
What are they going to do about it?
No.
They ain't got thumbs. Come on.
Well, apparently they have. That's how come they can do LL Cool J braised steak. Just turn him on. It was only the fact that he couldn't find the ignition button. Otherwise, LL Cool J would have been well sorted. You would have just put him up to gas mark 12, and then just need to press that button. But he was focused on he wasn't focused on the prize, was he?
No, he wasn't.
No, he was just going for the glass. He could have just gone for the button. If he'd gone for the button, wouldn't have had to worry about LL Cool J. Who, by the way, is the only fucker to get eaten by the biggest of the sharks and still get away. How did that work? Everyone else gets eaten by the tiny sharks.
I'm going to talk about that later on.
Okay, sorry, I won't ruin that.
No, it's fine. Okay.
Jim, sorry, Jim. Carry on. Sorry, Jim.
Yeah, so for me, this was a case of, I blame this movie for all the asylum things that came afterwards. This was very much the crest of that particular wave, and I get the impression from the box office this was kind of it was like Independence Day. It was a film people flocked to see and raved about, and then when you go back, you realise it's tawdry, tatty, and stupid.
Tawdry, tatty, and stupid. That's the poster quote.
I mean, my 3-word review: deep poo wee.
There you go. That's good.
Concise.
Yeah.
I think his theme tune at the end of it did the same for rap music as Electric Boogaloo did for breakdance.
It did for rap music what my dad did for breakdancing.
Breakdancing?
Yeah. Have you ever seen my dad breakdance?
No.
Exactly.
Is that when he had the pacemaker and
yeah.
turned the radio to flick, backspin? Fuck me, look at that. You switch on fucking Tony Bennett and he's off like a fucking ceiling fan. Look, he's just...
we put the wrong battery in and he just took off. Last thing we saw was him cartwheeling down the hill.
And don't get me started
racing an ever-ready bunny
on cab signals.
Every time POB. Every time a Waitrose lorry went past, he just suddenly did this kind of flick.
I'll tell you, it's like watching a live version of the Ebenezer Goode video. It's just he's fucking everywhere.
Flat Eric. Anyway. Right, okay. Well, Jim's manfully got through that completely distracting review. So over to you, Elton. Your turn.
Okay. I saw this in the cinema.
What? For this review?
No.
Oh.
In 1999.
Nice.
And I went there on the presumption that it was going to be fun tat. And that is what I got when I went to the cinema. I thoroughly enjoyed it when I went there. Because it was just, as Jim said, and it is an easy thing to say, it's just leave your brain at the door, go in, have some fun, and you might see some killer sharks, you might see a bit of blood, you might see a bit of screaming, a bit of fun in the middle of it, and in the end, it's a disaster movie.
In more ways than one.
Sorry?
In more ways than one.
Yeah, but
It's a health and safety nightmare. That's what it was.
I went in there and I had fun with it when I very first saw it. I saw it a couple of years ago and had to turn it off because it was utter shit. Utter shit.
Yeah.
This time round,
Mm.
I've gone through the, this is really good fun phase. I've gone through the, this is utter shit phase. I am now on the, do you know what? It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Don't roll your eyes at me. I can see you rolling your eyes at me now. Yes, that's right.
No pictures. Fucking
I had a bit of fun with it. I know it's utter guff. I know that. I know the sharks are, they naturally just know how to do shit now for some reason. They know how doors open. They know where people are and how to chase them and knock on doors. They know how to break windows.
They know how to herd people to the right place in the station to get them to lower the fucking gate.
Yeah, they know about the infrastructure of a high-class sort of sharking facility.
Well, yeah, they know
There's that scene where they're
to...
spying on Saffron burrows through the porthole.
Yeah.
And she looks around like, did they see that? What?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I mean, I'm all embarrassed.
It is
Big
really
shark up
dumb.
against the window.
I feel where the problems come, and there are many problems. I know you guys fucking hate it. Yeah, I can just tell. I don't know what it is. There's just something coming through the air.
We've got the video on, isn't it? That's
most probably, yeah.
We're just playing
and the
up to
eye
the camera.
rolling but it's the last bit. I have fun up until when they get to the sea level. And it's just, it really wades itself on the last act. It just seems so fucking dull. And it's going through every single trope it can hit to get to that point. And then by the end of it, it is stupid and fucking thick. But for some reason, I have a bit of fun with it. I like the lady Saffron. She ends up being so
knickers?
fucking stupid. She uses herself as bait and then realizes, shit! Oh, they're actually coming after me! Bollocks!
I haven't thought
And then
this one
starts
through.
swimming.
Yeah, hold on. I've made a terrible miscalculation. I have appeared to have jumped into the water with the big shark.
Yeah, instead of just dropping a couple of drops of blood in there.
Yeah.
It just seemed. Hang on, I've got a cat moving again.
Ask the cat what it thought of Deep Blue Sea.
Hey, he likes fish. It's all right.
We're looking for a fourth chair.
It is dumb, but
Yeah.
okay. The Samuel L. Jackson thing. I think I'm right in thinking that he went in knowing that he will be killed straight off because he wanted. Well, if I can die, then anyone can die. And I had that joyous moment in the cinema when Samuel got grabbed, thrown to the floor, and then eaten because I wasn't expecting it.
Sounds like 50 Shades of Grey.
Throw him to the floor. Strike him, Centurion, very waffly.
Out of the way, cat. But
yes,
that worked in the cinema. Now you're just waiting for it,
Mm.
and it's quite funny. It's quite amusing.
it is.
What else was there? There was a couple of other things. I'll
Stellan
probably have acid
Skarsgård
flashbacks.
being thrown through the window while still attached to the gurney, going. Was the moment I spat my cornflakes all over the floor because I was sitting there eating cornflakes and I'm watching this thing kind of like open mouth, kind of oh god, and then all of a sudden there was just this, and it just like the helicopter gets dragged off. He gets tight. You see this piece of rope go really tight, cut everything in half. The helicopter breaks for reasons, and the next thing you see is like him going straight into the window, like. That was funny, and the funniest bit is, as far as I'm concerned, the sharks didn't eat him, so he's still underwater with the air mask.
Well, they found him, didn't
they? Found him. Thomas J. Oh, that was that. Well, I'll talk about that later on there.
Yeah, they found him.
Did they?
Yeah, when they were trying to reset the breakers.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because resetting electrics underwater works perfectly.
Well, I learned that on my course.
And what did it say about restarting breakers under 60 feet of water?
I think it said something along the lines of electricity, left hand, water, right hand, never meet. And for some fucking cat
in the middle.
It's classy in its dumbness, but it knows it's shit. But it hasn't got to that point of the what were the other remakes that we've seen recently?
What?
The Asylum stuff. It's not. It hasn't got its tongue in its cheek as much as it wants to with the Asylum stuff. It hasn't reached that point. I don't think cinema had reached that point yet.
No.
But I remember sitting down and watching reviews before I went to see it.
Yeah.
And that first act on the boat, they wanted to say, okay, right, we know about Jaws. We know what happens in Jaws. We know we're making a shark movie, but we'll do this Jaws bit and then go completely off of it. The problem is they forgot to go completely off of it and copied every single thing in Jaws. They put the license plate in there for us as well. Yeah. And you think, okay, right. How big do the fucking sharks have to be before we realise this is a shark movie, so we know about Jaws?
Yeah.
You don't have to put a license plate in there for it. And there's a ton of other stuff as well.
Yeah.
But I forgive it because I can have fun with it.
Darren.
Just soak it up, guys. Soak it up.
Well, the thing with the license plate, if they'd sort of just gone that bit further with it and made it like an Amity license plate,
yeah,
that'd have been funny.
Yeah,
but as it is, it's just kind of like it's a homage rip off.
Yeah,
and it's just kind of. I mean, it's one of those. I think if it just went a bit further with its mentalness, I'd be happy with it.
And I wouldn't mind. There was a whole scene with taking the license plate out of the tiger shark's mouth. For what reason?
Bobbed at the window. Brilliant.
Yeah, but exactly. And then
it has nothing that mad for the last act, unfortunately.
No.
That's where it whimpers out, I feel. The last act really whimpers out. You have all this build-up. And
then it's climbing a ladder, basically. For a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I had
it's a hard ladder to get up, this one.
Yeah,
really?
We have to
fucking get up there. Come on.
Yeah, we have to go very slowly into that very strange fireball that's sitting at the top for no discernible reason.
Well, that was because that entire helicopter that crashed was made of pure gelignite with uranium rotors. Because, I mean... I know conspiracy. People get a slight nudge, it goes into a ball of flame. But this leveled that entire Aquatraz. Sea base. I mean, it's kind of what they were carrying. What kind of,
I don't know. I just thought Stellan Skarsgård's cigarette was just like too close to the fuel or something. It just blew him up. Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Elton had fun with it. What about you, Dal? How did it go for you, sir? Good night, everyone.
How did it go for me? Well, I watched it today. Right, going to work.
Right,
I'd saved it and
nice.
Saved the best till last. I forgot how many sort of science
Bullshit.
mistakes there are in this.
Yeah.
Like the really low low blow reason for Saffron Burrows to get her kit off.
Oh God, yeah.
Because okay, let's get this straight. So you're stood on top of a table in a room full of water, right? Okay. The table is wet, which means it's actually got a channel for the power to go up. And also your wetsuit. Now the clue is in the name. Is also wet. Your skin is wet. You are not earthed at all. No. Okay? Yes, I know you're standing on a table, but you're in a room full
of water. And being wet.
And you're wet.
In your pants.
In your pants.
In your matching
on
pants.
A table.
Yes.
You're a table dancing
panty woman.
Science violating panty woman. So there we are.
That's the sequel. Science violating panty woman.
That's how she comes up in the credits. Did you see? It's not like an extra name. She's science violating panty woman.
In.
Science violating panty woman.
That's the shittest superhero ever. It
yeah.
Really is.
Oh God. Yeah. We got. Yeah. No. I won't do one of those.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Let's see now. Let's see.
What did you think of LL Cool J's parrot?
I was so happy to see it go. I don't normally root for sharks in films, but they had my support. I had like the rat on the big foam finger with shark written. I go, yes, fuckers, do it. Go on, pop off another one. Now, fine. I've seen a lot worse films than this. Okay, this levels at a meh. I think this whole thing, yeah, just a meh. It doesn't really do anything to move any sort of genre forward. For me, it's not fun to watch. It's not. It's just beige.
It's like eating wallpaper paste.
It is like that. It's just, here's some rice paper. Have that for your dinner. Yeah. There you go. It's got a little bit of texture, but nothing special. Right. And it melts away.
The biscuit of shark films is what you're saying.
The rich tea biscuit of shark.
It is the rich tea biscuit of shark films. What with Thomas Jane and his shitty attitude towards
everyone.
Everyone, yeah, like Samuel Jackson going, "Hey, hi, how you doing? I've just come along. Yes, understandably, if this doesn't work out, we're going to have to shut you down. But I'll be trying to be friendly about it and whatever." And Thomas Jane just looks at him and says, "Cunt," and that's it. So not really enamoured with Thomas Jane's character throughout any of this.
Thomas Jane had a character?
I think so. Saffron Burrows as well. Saffron Burrows. Let's talk about Saffron Burrows and the way she kind of delivers lines, like she's pouting all the time.
the little Keira Knightley.
Yeah, because she has. It's like she's eating a curly whirly while trying to. I'm chewing a curly whirly while trying to explain stuff.
You don't understand what it's like to have Alzheimer's.
I mean, I never has
700 jumps.
Never have lines been delivered so gurningly, sort of sounding like that since David Tennant was Doctor Who. So hello, I'm the Doctor. So I don't care. I don't care if you're all fans of Tennant. Fuck off.
I'm going to see him on Friday.
Are you?
Yeah. I'll tell him you said hi.
Yeah, tell him I said hi. Yeah, fuck it. Whatever. Gurning Doctor will see you now. Step inside my TARDIS.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent now.
On the subject of Saffron Burrows, behind the scenes trivia, in the original cut, she survived.
Really?
Let me
And
guess.
test audience for shouting, "Kill the bitch!"
Yeah.
Well,
there
those
you go.
reshoots.
Yeah.
So you got the survey cards back after the film. What did they say? Oh, I don't think you're going to like it.
Yeah. Everyone wants the Sharks to win.
Yeah, they were really rooting for the shark. Really rooting for the shark.
Yeah. But that would have been interesting if the Sharks had actually won.
That would have been a really good.
The Planet of the Sharks. if the big mama went up and went no at the very end and everyone stopped, because then you'd have like the sequel, Planet of the Sharks, Beneath the Planet of the Sharks.
They crossbreed with LL Cool J's parrot for flying sharks.
Ah, flying
Planet
sharks.
Planet of the Flying Sharks, the War of the Flying Sharks, the journey of the trip to B&Q of the planet sharks and flying sharks, and
the Garden of the Planet Flying Sharks.
yes, and the trip to Sainsbury's of the planet of the
Ocado,
flying sharks.
Ocado-based payment online of the flying shark.
The Wi-Fi
Password.
problems, the Wi-Fi password of the planet of the flying sharks.
Yeah, see, whole franchise got it all sorted.
Yeah,
See, listen to us, Hollywood.
yeah, man.
Anyway,
listen to us.
and panty, scientifically inept panty woman.
Exactly. But again, the whole fucking thing about the facility. Seriously? In the sea? In the fucking sea? Take it to land, move it up the beach, right? They're a bit fucked then if they break out.
Yeah,
Right? They become beached sharks. Not much harm to anybody. Apart from when, another thing as well. You know what, right? Big shark, okay? You're gonna
little
do
shark cardboard box.
cardboard box. You really, even if you think you've got them knocked unconscious, you still want some distance between you and the thing on the fucking operating table, right?
Well, if you got a load of crocodile clips and octopus straps, you probably want to put one across its fucking snout between its top of its head and the bottom of its jaw.
You just fucking
Gaffer tape.
you
Gaffer tape.
gaffer tape that fucker down.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
that's it. Oh, he's got to go. Our mystery man is gone. There you go. Yeah. So I have no idea who that mystery person is.
Look online. See who's saying good night. Who's saying good night.
Yeah.
Who's gone offline there? Who's gone offline? Come on, quickly.
You carry on. I'm not listening to you anyway.
You're not. Nobody listens to me. Nobody fucking listens to me at all.
Pardon?
What? No. Who are you?
Can I just say one thing about the sharks?
No, you can't.
Go on.
The first shark that we meet,
Yeah.
when it attacks the boat with the two couples on it, once it gets harpooned by Mr. Blondie McBlonde, it stops like a dog.
Yeah, that's because that's the tiger shark that they bring in. It's not, or is it? Is it the tiger shark?
What's that?
I gave up caring after a while.
But it just stops like a dog on a leash. It doesn't, oh, hang on, I'll swim back and try and attack the boat that just harpooned me. It just stops and just stands there as if like it's a pit bull on a long leash.
Because that would be a very short film, because Thomas Jane wouldn't be in it. And then he wouldn't be able to talk about wrangling his shark.
No. Yeah, what was that whole thing of removing the fucking number plate from the shark, just so you could feed it to the other sharks anyway?
Well, they originally didn't. They thought that, I don't think they were going to feed it to the sharks.
Really?
They got them in there just because
why
they
did they
needed
get
more
it then?
specimens. Because they were all a bit kind of like, oh, that was a bit rough.
So what, did it just randomly commit suicide and throw itself in the other shark pen?
No, they released them all together, and then the other two hunted it like they did the whole pack thing.
Yeah, but
That was feeding time.
That was feeding time. There was no point did they sit there and go, oh, we've just put another shark in the tank, it's dead. They were all like, yeah, okay. Feeding time. So why bother with the whole, I'm such a shark whisperer that I can sit on the end of the nose of a tiger shark and remove lovingly a
Shark
number
whisperer.
plate.
Shall I show you? Shall I give you an example of his skill at shark whispering?
Go on then.
There's a fucking shark in the water. Get out! Panic! Oh, you're all dead. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, that's the extent of his shark fucking whispering.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
Shark over there.
Oh shit, we're in the water with
They
the
might
shark.
hear you. Tippy toes. Fingers on lips.
Loose lips sink ships.
So
I'm
the,
hunting
so the
sharks.
torpedoes.
It's shark season.
It's Shark Week on Discovery Channel for the 58th time. Anyway.
Oh, fucking Discovery Channel. All they have is either Nazis or sharks or shark Nazis, and that's all they fucking ever show.
Schnazis. Schnazi Week. Narcs Week. Narcsy Week.
I really hope the asylum aren't listening to this.
Well, I think
Features for the next 5 years.
It's not that he couldn't hang around. He's run out of notepads. That's right.
whoever mystery listener number 5 was, he's off to
He's gone.
he's gone. Well, anyway, so you weren't impressed then, is what you're saying, basically.
No. I sat there watching it. I'm thinking, I could be watching more Game of Thrones right now.
Game of buckets.
Game of bucket of Thrones, or is it Game of buckets? Game of buckets.
Game of buckets.
Clang. Clang.
Bucket sharks coming.
Then you can have zombie sharks.
Yeah. Oh no, I think that's already been done. And snow
Oh, is it?
sharks.
They've definitely done Ghost Shark
Ghost shark and snow shark. They've done
and
that.
Shark Exorcist.
Does it go? The power of Christ compels you to Roy Schneider.
I wouldn't know.
I'm
Wisely
Titty and
avoided
Bucket.
it until it comes up on this on the docket here, probably.
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to turn up here, isn't it? Unless Witness, you're unlucky and Witness comes back for it.
We should seriously actually think about doing Game of Buckets.
Game of buckets.
Yeah, we could have Titty and Buckets. You know what to say about buckets? Us buckets always pay our window cleaners.
Yes. we always wet our squeegees.
Yes.
I like to pray to the god of tits and squeegees.
Yes.
Do 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 do. Oh,
Beware, mops are coming.
Valida squeegee mops. Yeah.
And Daenerys tie bucket and
we're done with that.
I'm
I think we're done.
the bucket
Daenerys
washing up
Shammy.
bowls.
The nearest chamois leather.
And I'm mother of washing up bowls.
Yeah.
I have 3 washing up bowls. Fear me.
Breaker of home.
Why are you in this house again?
I don't know.
Right. Okay, well. Anyway, what I thought of it, I thought this was bollocks. I thought this film was complete bollocks. The worst bit was the fact that it couldn't even get the size of the sharks right. Not once.
It's a big one, wasn't he? When it comes
Yeah.
float for that big shadow, I thought, oh,
Yeah.
look at
It's
that.
as big as a catamaran until it has to go through a 3 foot wide door.
Yep.
And then it's 3 foot wide. And then it goes into a corridor that's 6 foot wide, then it's 6 foot wide. Until they go up a ladder in a big floaty corridor, which is pressure driven. So if it's pressure driven and the water's going to come up to meet us, we can't have that because that shark's going to come up and get us. And it's like, then you,
That was a smaller shark, I thought.
but it's still the fucking size of the entire fucking cylinder. He was.
No, there was 2 smaller sharks, wasn't there?
Well-
there was 3 sharks, and there was 2 small ones, and a big mama one.
Yeah, and the big and the small ones, one gets electrocuted and the other one gets blown up by LL Cool Lemon.
Hello, Cool Fresh.
Yeah, LL Veggie Fresh. LL Veggie Seal.
Oh, Zip Zap.
Zip Zap Rap.
Oh, was it devastating, Dave?
Devastating.
Turntable sleep.
Yeah.
Hello. What's going on here then?
Yeah.
Hello, Cool J.
Yeah. LL Shaw Taylor. I mean,
Pilled.
but it's LL Pool Cleaner. I mean, it's just like
Hello, Cool J Cloth.
yeah, exactly. LL Cool J Cloth, LL Sillet Bang. But the thing was, when he blows one up,
LL. Oh, my fucking keyboard. L. Fucking. These got stuck. You have held down shift for too long. Would you like to lock it in place?
LL caps lock.
It's the ghost face killer. Anyway, oh dear. So yeah,
Okay.
LL Kin LL. But the thing is, he blew one up, and then the other one gets electrocuted. The other one gets electrocuted by Panty Mc, irresponsible scientist person.
Pouty McScientist.
Pouty McScientist pants. And then you see
Scientist side boob.
yeah, scientist McSide boob, blue and white striped Keira Knightley. And then you see the one in the tunnel, and this thing is like it's like the curly turd that just fills the entire bowl. And it's like, how the fuck did that even get through a door? So whether it's not as big, small, whatever, it literally is just too big for that tunnel, and it literally goes round and touches its own tail. And yet, and it's like, then it's like, okay, so there's three of them. But then you get a shot after this, after two are dead and one's going round like a curly turd in the bowl, you then get a shot from the outside of a fin going inside, and you're like, right, so there's four, is there? And then
No, that was LL Cool J's hat.
Ah.
Yeah, because he did say, he does actually inform us at the end of the film that his hat is like a shark's fin.
That's right.
He was like, where's my hat? In deleted scenes from the film, there is a lot of the looking for his hat.
Yeah.
After
he's lost his bird, he's not going to go without losing with his hat as well.
He has a few sort of like near misses when he tries to wear a shark.
I've had enough of this motherfucking shark hat on this motherfucking
you're not an hat.
Shark
you're
station.
You're not me hat, are you? No. You're a shark.
I have spent nearly 2 decades thinking that is my hand is like a shark's fin, which would make sense a little bit, because when you're a child, you would use your hand to be the shark in the water.
Ooh. Yeah,
shit shark.
Exactly.
Now, today, when I was messaging you guys, you say it's a hat.
Yeah.
And
there's
I'm
a
like,
picture.
What?
There's a picture of LL Cool J's hat as well.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought someone had mistyped. No. And so I looked up the lyrics, and it does say hat. And you have to think,
my hat is like a shark.
Why a hat? Hand would make a little bit of sense. Hat? Don't know. I don't get that.
I think you'll find that it's handmade terror, hungry jaws of death. Y'all don't cross my depths. I'll pause your breaths. 'Cause you'll sink down 40,000 leagues, bleeding to death with no arms and short sleeves. My world is deep blue, killers got eat ton. Looking for human flesh, I rip my teeth through. Other fish in the sea, but barracudas ain't equal to half-human predators created by a needle.
God, it's like somebody put a whole bunch of words in a tombola and just pulled them out and said them.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was off the top of his head as well.
That was. And you know what? I'm going to do YouTube to get the song up, and I bet that's either going to work really well or it's going to kill our remaining bandwidth.
Shall I do my lyrics? The ones I made up earlier on. Have you got the song?
Hold on.
Get the song. Have we got a karaoke version of it?
I don't know. Karaoke version of My Height. It's like a shark's fin.
Yeah, I bet you there is.
Okay, my...
Can't find half the ones
I
we
can't
want.
see that going down well in pubs around Plumstead.
My hat has 3 corners. That's a sequel to My Hat is like a shark's fin.
Hold on. Deepest, bluest LL Cool
There you
J
go.
lyrics. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Get ready. Here it comes.
Yeah. Word to your mother. Yeah. Yeah. My head is like a cake tin. Yeah. My rubbish goes in the bin. Yeah. My dad makes me so thin. Yeah. My brother Dave is not my twin. Yeah. My smile is wide. It's a grin. Yeah. My tonic goes well with some gin. Yeah.
Oh, is that? Oh, see? Deep blue.
It's got it in there.
No, barracudas aren't equal. No. Jet black eyes. Oh, yeah. Is he going to get to his hat? He hasn't really talked about his hat yet.
No, I'm disappointed.
Come on, LL.
Well, I'm convinced.
Oh, yeah. Fuck off, LL. Just fuck off.
One time.
Yeah, give it to you one time. Anyway, like I say, I thought this film was bollocks. Just quite simply the biggest pile of bollocks.
But that performance was the best thing about it. The
What,
fact
LL
that-
Cool J?
No, us. I think it spawned our performance, our interpretation.
Our interpretive dance of a shark attack.
Of his hat being like a shark's fin. I think
Yes.
it emphasised the point. He did mention it again a couple of times.
The only thing I've got a problem with, right, is the fact that basically, the biggest problem I have is that I don't know if you remember, but
Probably not.
But back in school, sometimes they would refer to the end of your knob as your hat.
Yeah, your helmet, you mean?
Your helmet.
My helmet's like a shark's fin. You have a willy like a shark's fin.
Yeah. I didn't want to tell you on air, but, too late now. It's out.
Is it?
Yay! And you know what? I can actually slap shut an oven with a wrapper in it.
I was going to say you're always ready for a table tennis game.
Yeah. Because if you have a knob like a shark's fin,
then
you can store it. You can store it, comfortably against your thigh.
you never not got the ability to have motion in water.
Or always be clapping. It makes
Always
everyone
be clapping.
happy.
Or be finning.
You're like, here he comes. He's jogging.
My knob is like a shark's fin.
Yeah. My balls are like a shark's fin. Anyway,
My head is
anyway,
like a rolling
I
pin.
just thought this film was
that's
shit.
one bit I'd put in there.
What?
My somebody's like a rolling pin. I should have added that to the lyrics. Shit, see? Busting lyrics.
My knob's
Live.
like a rolling pin.
My willy's like a... I'm going to put that there. My willy's like a rolling pin.
Have that in the 12-inch remix.
Oh.
Yes.
I was gonna say the 7-inch.
There we go.
The 7-inch 45.
Maxi single.
The mini CD.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I literally have no extra comment apart from the fact that sharks changed size. The script was bollocks. The acting was bollocks. The special effects were bollocks. Except for the big practical shark, I thought that was quite well done. The one which was actually in the sort of water table thing when they were doing the thing on it. I thought that looked quite good. But the Stellan Skarsgård action man being flung at a plastic window, that was just shit. And then when they had the whole thing of the animatronic shark actually coming along and biting his arm off in slow motion, it was so slow motion you could actually see it wasn't Stellan Skarsgård. It was a guy who was like 30 stone lighter than Stellan Skarsgård and didn't even have the good grace to hold the cigarette that he was holding in the scene before. And in fact, just a little science thing for you, everyone. If someone says that they're going to put a needle into the brain of a shark, and then, right, use a load of science words, and then tell you that they're going to extract 5 cc's of super brain juice, which I'm copywriting as the sequel, Deep Blue C2 Super Brain Juice.
Deep Blue CC.
Deep Blue 5 cc's.
There we go.
Yeah. When they
It was
extract
brown
5
in colour, though.
cc,
What's all that shit?
what
for?
you shouldn't get is essentially like a 2-litre bottle being handed from the cylinder to her. When she goes, I'm extracting 5 cc's. You know what 5 cc's is?
Yeah,
That.
there you go.
That's 5
That's
cc's.
5 cc's.
That's 5 cc's. But 5 cc's is like knocking one out into a tablespoon.
They never actually did
But
confirm.
she's got like a fucking jug of it.
No, they never did
Like a jar of
confirm
pickles.
whether she did actually graduate from scientist school at all.
She was
Which is
kindergarten.
she probably didn't, which is why she thinks like a 2-litre bottle is 5 cc.
Even your cat's interested. I'm
Yeah.
liking that, Elton.
I'll tell you what. Stop talking about this film and watch me clean my bits.
Balls.
Yeah.
Your cat's cleaning its arse on your
Look what I
webcam.
can do, people. I bet you can't do this.
Yeah. Actually, it's a very good review. It's a one-word photo review of this film.
What's
a
that?
cat's sphincter.
Well, here we go. Look, you're about to get your fucking wish there in a minute.
Winky the cat has all one eye.
What's your cat's name? Cyclops.
Yeah. Sheriff. Why is that? Because you should see his brown badge. Anyway. So, yeah. There's nothing for me to actually say about this film. It's just so shit. And the fact is that, like I say, they couldn't even get the consistency of the fucking thing right. It's bollocks. It's complete bollocks. Fucking hell. Anyway, there you go. I mean, I had plans. I had plans for going off on one about this film, but it's just shit.
You just haven't got the energy.
I haven't. And the thing is, what's even worse is I'm looking at Elton's cat, and I'm thinking I could be like that and just lay down and just give up at this point. Be exactly like that cat.
Is it the worst shark movie made?
No,
No, it's not.
no. It's not the worst shark movie made because we've already reviewed that, which was Jaws: The Revenge. Yeah, exactly.
Is it worse than Jaws 3?
Ooh, now that's a tough one because Jaws 3 had really shitty 3D effects, which had a chunk of meat come out at you.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was shit.
And it had Manimal in it as well.
Oh, yeah, Simon McCorkindale.
Yeah.
And he never turned into a shark at all.
No. And his hat was not like a shark's fin.
No. So he's got that going for it.
There were lots of things that weren't like shark's fin in that film. Most
Saffron
disappointing.
Burrows.
Yeah, she wasn't like a shark's fin.
No. So, and the whole thing of her jumping in the water and then suddenly realising that she was in the water with the shark is quite possibly the stupidest death ever.
Yeah, like, I haven't thought this through.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh, he's moving a bit sharpish across the water, isn't he? Look.
Oh, hold on. What, you mean the shark's going to come after me? What? Oh, I've completely misunderstood the point of bait.
Yeah.
The word that I said not 2 seconds ago. And on top of that, we were talking about conservatory season of someone who turned up just to collect the money. Question. Ronnie Cox.
Yeah.
What did he actually do?
That was his Sean Connery at the end of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves moment.
Because you probably don't even remember he was in it. Do you remember?
Is he the guy on the desk?
Yeah. He literally sat there like this. While Samuel L. Jackson kind of wobbled his chair vaguely to make his head rock.
Maybe Ronnie Cox didn't even want to be in the movie, and they thought, we'll make a Ronnie Cox lookalike.
Maybe they
a
shot
dummy
him
out of
full of
earwax.
shark tranquilizers.
Maybe that's what they did.
Yeah, he just like he looked like he was like one. All he needed was someone to tip his head forward slightly. He would just dribbled onto the desk.
Maybe it was a shark's fin they disguised as Ronnie Cox.
My Ronnie's like a shark's fin.
My fin is like a Ronnie Cox. My fin is like a Ronnie Cox. My fin
Ronnie Cox is like a shark's fin, inert,
He's
just standing
he's
up.
made of shark's fin.
Maybe it was a Ronnie Cox made by that sculptor lady from the end of After Hours.
Oh, there you go.
It's all connected now, Jim.
It's all one big universe, man.
See? After Hours and Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, it's a sequel.
It's the same universe.
Yeah, same universe.
I think they're in the same universe also as Soldier and Blade Runner.
Shut your fucking dirty mouth. Shut your dirty, dirty mouth. I will come over there and I will kill you with my bare fingers.
They made... But no, they've done the studies of the brain of the shark, and this is how they figured out the positronic brain. So this is where they made the replicants, and I think I'm about to get stabbed.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Do you know what the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah?
It's nearly midnight.
It is midnight, and we haven't even done feedback.
No,
and we got lots of it.
Have we?
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Oh, bollocks.
Oh, shit. Even
Should we move on to that then?
Should we move on to that?
Why would you want to do that for? Why would you want to do that? We're having such a lovely time.
Do you know what's going to be even worse? When you realise I haven't hit record for any of this.
Yes, you have.
Yes, I have.
I can see. I'm watching the waveform create as we speak.
It was worth it just to see your face.
I did go a little bit cold then.
I thought you might. Okay, well, there you go. Let's go and do the feedback, because I've got nothing to add. It was just shit film.
Now put your hands up, here online, doing real fine. We're doing our podcast thing. It's called Blackdog, it's not like a joke. Is anyone there listening? What do you think of our show? Let us know by MP3 or email. Just get it to us, it ain't no fuss. We'll even read your Twitter rings. Cause if you like us or you hate us, send some feedback in. Gotta geek and punch and rinse and put some feedback in. If you think my voice is sexy, put some feedback in. Man, we really like it if you put some feedback in.
Right, okay, so the wheels have come off and it's feedback time. Hooray! So maybe we get some decent reviewing going on here, and we start the feedback process with, he says, desperately trying to open up the emails because he is crap, with Gary Madden. And Gary, Mr. Spock Madden, writes, greetings, various and sundry black doggerel and that genetically altered killer, Mr. Owl. Hey. I'll start this week's feedback by saying I almost gave this one a pass. You see, as a child of the Jaws era, I've seen what passes as the best good nature gone psycho film, and frankly, I didn't like it.
What?
He didn't like Jaws. Yeah, you said it, Mr. Owl. Anyway, I'm just not one for the sharks, bees, bears, pigs, or schnauzers gone all bitey genre. So out of the gates, I knew this week's film had no fucking chance. I would have walked away citing pre-existing bias if it hadn't been for Commander Wolf and his damn pain sticks. Depraved Klingon bastard. Anyway, I move on. This feed isn't going to back itself, you know. Deep Blue Sea may be the stupidest film I've ever had the displeasure of witnessing in my life. When I was a wee Vulcan nipper, I had one of those bathtub sponge mitts that looked like a goofy shark with snaggly teeth. No, really, they existed, honestly, because he had a hand like a shark's fin. Oh, yeah, he had a hand like a shark's fin. Come on, who's with me? LL?
My name is the Conjoined Twins.
I've got a knob like a rolling pin.
Yeah. I've got a really full dust's bin. Anyway, got a hand like a shark's fin. Anyway.
When I stay away, I stay in a Holiday Inn.
Lenny Henry's in the Holiday Inn.
When I don't believe you, well, I struck my chin.
When I'm on a diet, I get thin. Because my hand's like a shark's fin. Yo. Yo, T, do that record jam on the groove. What? Anyway. Gary continues. Now I know what happened to Mr. Finns. Rennie Harling kidnapped him to use him as a prop. Mr. Finns. I like that.
The opposite of lose is called win. Sorry.
Stop with the LL Cool J lyrics. When I get drunk, I'm drinking gin. Anyway, Rennie Harling kidnapped Mr. Finns to use him as a prop. It's unacceptable in my book that any movie made after Jurassic Park has creatures that could have been more aptly executed by Henson's Muppet Factory. Hell, Bruce from the first Jaws movie looked least convincing as the shark in this load of old sea monkey spunk. Then there's the science. One moment, while I stopped laughing, yes, I said science while feeding back on Deep Blue Sea. Sorry about that. Let's go with the phrase 5th grade playground understanding of how sharks and scientists work. I'll try not to hate on films generally for misunderstanding the hows and whys of the real world. I mean, it really takes the piss out of superhero franchise if you start applying shit like physics. Still, if you make a film about scientists doing genetics and biochemistry on sharks, you should probably have some understanding of scientists and genetics and biochemistry and maybe sharks. So here's a few facts. 1. A bit about sharks' brains not showing age of dementia in an old age, not showing signs of dementia in old age is complete crap. The reason mako sharks don't get Alzheimer's is because their average lifespan is somewhere around 30 years. This means that they're dead before they get too old and therefore don't show any signs of old age-related diseases. Number 2. Sharks can't swim backwards because their pectoral fins, the ones they would use to swim backwards, can't rotate. This isn't because they're not smart enough to figure it out. Number 3. I work in the biomedical field and have for over 20 years, and I can tell you medical research is done in tightly controlled labs with cloned sampled tissue. It isn't done in some kind of cross between Waterworld and the world's worst floating petting zoo. If research was really done that way, as it's depicted in Deep Blue Sea, public health doctors would set up blinds in trailer parks to study STDs. I don't have the stamina or to address the growling sharks or the idiotic depictions of dynamite. I finally had to say fuck it, or I would have been up all night tallying the stupid score. Finally, I wanted to touch on the guest of honour, Mr. Jackson. The cynic in me sees his participation in this floating turd as an attempt to put butts in theatre seats. Sam had to come off Phantom Menace, and I'm sure the producers thought, hey, surely all those Star Wars fans would surely flock to this movie. It's got Mace Windu in it. I could hear this meter ticking from the moment he appeared on screen, and I'm guessing it ran out seconds before the shark ate this character. What's less certain is whether or not the budget simply didn't allow for one more second of Samuel L. Jackson, or if his last line was immediately followed by, and fuck you all, I'm out, as he walked off the set. Anyway, I guess you can all chalk this one up as a miss for me. I would say I hope for a better from next week's film, but I know you guys too well for that. Live long, and I don't care if scuba divers taste like pumpkin pie. I don't eat the filthy motherfucker. Mr. Spock Madden. Thank you very much for that, sir. I think he's definitely in the unsure category, isn't he?
Yeah, I would say.
Cool. Well, before you nod off, let's move on to your feedback then.
Let's have a look at my feedback.
Yes.
Well, not my feedback.
What feedback do you have, Darren? Do inform us of the feedback to which you have upon your phone.
My phone is getting old. Okay.
Your phone is old and bent. Your ears are grizzled. Yes.
This is not the phone you're looking for.
No.
But this is the feedback you're looking for.
Yes.
And it is sent from Peter Labrinos.
Yes.
And I think, is he a first time feedback?
Second time.
Second time. Hello.
A long time.
As Neil Diamond would say, hello again.
Hello. Hello.
Just called to say hello.
I've not heard that name in a long time. A long time.
He's more machine now than man.
Twisted and evil.
He's never feeding back again after this fucking intro, I'll tell you.
No, he's not. And he writes, did someone order shark? Hello, Blackdog. Peter, not Colin, feeding back on Deep Blue Sea.
Ah, that's right, because I kept going Colin Firth and Peter Firth with Life Force. That's when he fed back, that's it.
Back then. All the way back then.
You won't remember because you abandoned ship on that one. On the feedback on that one.
That's right.
To go to bed.
Go to bed, get up for work.
Yeah.
Which I don't have to do sort of
Which
like
is
so
why
early
you're
now.
stuck here now doing
Which
it
is
at
why I'm
like
here
10
now.
past midnight.
Yeah, doing my time.
Damn right. Get on with it. More machine now, the man,
Yes.
Labrinos said.
I hope everything. Should I continue with the? Should I continue doing it as Sir Alec Guinness?
I think you.
I think I should now.
Obi-Wan de
Obi-Wan feedback a con.
Yes. Okay.
I hope everything
Everyone
finds
the
you.
dark hat.
It's your father's meat saber. Oh no, wrong one.
It's your father.
That's from my private collection.
Your father's hat was like a shark's fin. Twisted and evil.
A more delicate weapon for a more refined time.
That's
That
as
would have
damned and clumsy as a harpoon gun.
It would have been. Star Wars would have been even more awesome had they had shark fin hats that they went around slapping each other with.
My Jedi is like a shark's fin.
These are not the hats you're looking for.
Yes.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind.
LL Cool J.
These
Now
are men
that's-
with hats, not men without.
LL
Anyway.
Cool J. That's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Mama said knock you out.
Yo.
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 Don't call it a comeback. I've
No.
been here for years.
No.
That's about as many lyrics as I know from that song.
Yo.
Back to the feedback. I hope everything finds you all well this week. And Lee, you got the pronunciation of my name right last week, or last time. Both times. Generally, I have the
dark
same...
times.
The dark times. It was all dark, which is why they called them.
The dark times.
In truth, we forgot to pay our electricity bill, so they were very dark times. And then the bulb went.
And then the wheels fell off. Can you?
This is far too late.
Oh, it is too late. The wheels have come off this podcast.
I'm not even
long
operating
ago.
on fumes anymore. I've gone and evolved into a higher form of fuel consumption. Okay, all right. I'll get back to this. Generally, I have the same feelings for Deep Blue Sea as I have for Alien Resurrection. I like the first half with its character building, but then dislike the second half because it turns into a glorified video game. It devolves into nothing more than a bunch of people going through a series of obstacles to get to one side of the base ship. I'll get from one side of the base ship to the other side. All the while they're being picked off one by one by a cold-blooded killing machine. By that point, I found myself cheering for the shark. Yes, go Team Shark. Because I just cannot care about the actors anymore. I really wished LL Cool J got it instead of the parrot. It might have saved us from the NCIS La La Land. Question: do you think Mr. Al would be interested in a role if they did a remake? You have to talk about your language.
I think he is. I think he's up for it.
Yeah, but what about a role in NCIS? Hey. Oh God, I've forgotten where I am now. Here we go.
Bromley.
Yes, yeah,
You're in Bromley.
I'm in Bromley. I'm in a chair in
Are
Bromley.
you all right, love?
Is it time for bed yet?
Is it time for your wintergreen?
I'll carry on with this in a minute. I will so carry on with this. The script wasn't helped because... Oh, hello, my phone's gone off. No.
Highly trained professionals.
Oh, we so
Top
are.
men.
Yeah.
Top men.
Ken Bruce. Oh, shit, Ken Bruce.
Oh, shit, I never put him on.
You didn't, did you? No. The script wasn't helped because, with the exception of Samuel Jackson, everyone else in this film was so wooden. Ronnie Cox, he was on the screen for 90 seconds and didn't say a word, did more and outperformed everyone else. I'm sure everyone has already commented about SLJ's dramatic exit, so I won't discuss it here. But is this where SLJ started going over the top?
Started? I think he started at 11 and worked his way up.
I think so. And what was it? And what was in that helicopter? Next time, this is your other man in Canada, Peter, not Colin.
Well, thank you very much for that, Peter, not Colin Labrino. Though I am starting to think he might be called Obi-Wan Labrino.
He is Obi-Wan Labrino.
Obi-Wan Labrino. It's a name that I've not heard in a long time.
Labrino Kenobi.
Yeah, Labrino Obi-Wan Kenobi.
There you go.
Obi-Wan, yes!
Labrino Obi-Wan.
We've done it. That's it. We've succeeded. Everyone, we can all go home.
You have a nickname.
Yes.
Say it again.
Labrino Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Labrino Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Have we actually got anything to say
Smell
about
my finger. Now tell me, where do you think it's been?
This is what your father smelled like, lying on the side of a lava pit after I chopped his legs off.
Would you like to smell despair?
Or that pair. Whichever pair you like. Anyway, thank you very much for that, Peter. I think, as you can tell, the wheels have well and truly come off the
Wheels
cast.
on the bus have come right off.
Thank you very much for your feedback. And yes, it's a shit film. So did he say anything good about it?
No.
No, that's it. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, dear. This is. I can only apologise to everyone who's sent in feedback because none of it's going to get treated seriously.
No.
It just isn't. I think we just got to accept that and just deal with it and move
read
on.
the next one out?
Oh, I don't know. As Darth Vader, I guess.
Here's your feedback.
Yes. So anyway, let's move on to Jim.
Baby is bad.
Or maybe not.
I don't think I'm going to launch the Patreon this week. So, Jim, who do you have next?
Next, we have Mr. Danger Matt himself.
Oh, return of the Mac. Yes, I do. See, as long as he keeps calling himself Danger Mac, we're going to call him Return of the Mac. Because he's the Mac Daddy.
And we'll do our
Mac
Mark
Daddy.
Morrison does karaoke. Orange juice.
Bosses is trying to restaurant.
Shopping restaurant in my hand.
Yes, I do.
Says baked beans and tennis spam.
Yes, I did.
Stop. Go, Jim. Go.
Right. Matt writes, hello there, gents. Well, conservatory season is well underway, and this week's selection, the Samuel L. Jackson edition, is by far the best of the bunch for me. You may think that's not really saying much, but Deep Blue Sea is a film that I enjoy quite a bit. I remember going to see it at the cinema back in 1999 with great anticipation, as I'm a bit of a shark movie fan, my favourite film of all time being Jaws. I also think Rennie Harlin is an underrated director. He does fine work in Cliffhanger, The Long Kiss Goodnight, also with Mr. Jackson, and the underappreciated Die Hard 2. I had a lot of fun with the film at the time, especially the big action set pieces and the several jump scares that I didn't see coming, even though one of them is a complete rip-off of the Ben Gardner head scare from Jaws. It was also one of the first films I bought on DVD. So, how does it stand up today? Well, I still have a soft spot for it. Okay, I agree that the science stuff is total bollocks. Curing Alzheimer's by creating super-intelligent sharks is clearly ridiculous and an insane idea. But this is a movie that knows what it is. A big, stupid, modern-day disaster movie with massive sharks. I was actually surprised that the big moment, Samuel L. Jackson, the apparently main character, being snatched by a shark mid-speech, comes so late in the film. He actually lasts nearly a full hour, and he does work fairly hard for that conservatory. It's certainly not his best performance, but he needs a great director to bring out the best in him. See almost every Tarantino film, but he's on pretty solid form here. As for the others, they're pretty good too. Thomas Jane proves he can be a decent action lead, which led on to his fine take on The Punisher a few years later. And Saffron Burrows holds her own as the ethically questionable scientist. They also find an excuse to get her stripped down to her underwear, which helps. Surprisingly, though, the best character for me is LL Cool J's Preacher.
Oh, no. Just no.
Sure, he's the token comic character and spends the film's runtime separated from the main group with only a parrot for company, but he quips his way through it to entertaining effect. I remember laughing a lot at his line deliveries in the cinema. I particularly enjoy his perfect omelette speech and totally agree that adding milk is a mistake.
So being in that film.
Aside, this whole film does what it sets out to do. The CGI effects still look pretty good on the whole, with little great touches like the shark's eyes turning black when it's ready to attack and Michael Rappaport's foot twitching after it's been bitten in half. I totally disagree with Lee that this is like a shit Jaws sequel. It's better than any of them, but obviously can't hold a candle to the original classic. There are perhaps one or two shark movie release sins that are better. The Shallows and The Reef spring to mind, but there are some absolutely shite ones too. Believe me, I've seen a fair few. Ghost Shark, anyone? Now that's bad. Deep Blue Sea gets the balance right with both tense sequences and fun shark-chomping action. It's a solid 8 out of 10 for me. If the bunker awaits, then I welcome it. Now, when are we doing Sharknado? Cheers, guys.
God. Well, firstly, get in the fucking bunker, because fucking LL Cool J's quipping his way round, and his funny bit being the omelettes. What the cock was that?
Jeez, LL Cool J and his omelettes.
What?
We didn't get the full recipe though. That annoyed me.
Yeah. And let's be honest. If you think you're going to die and you want to leave the world something on a camera, you don't just sit there and go, "Oh yeah, now I tell you what, this will be funny. The best omelettes egg." And then he gives that message, puts it in a plastic bag, and then puts it in his pocket when he sees Thomas Jane. It's like, right, okay, so you now think you're going to get out because of Thomas Jane, but you may have noticed that he's in the water with the sharks. Well done. I just bollocks. No, I don't buy that at all. I mean, if he likes it, fine. He likes it, but personally, fuck that noise. Frankly, so I give that 2 claws up. Is what I'm going to give that. So yeah, well, well done, Matt. Matty, Matt, Mark, Makey, Matt, Matty, Mum, Matt, Anyway, so thank you very much for that, and wow, it's a fucking crap film. I mean, I know you liked it, Elton, but really, did you agree with what he just said? And shrink down that window that you were reflecting in your eyes. Can't hear you, mate. Can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. There you go.
There we go. How about that?
There you go.
I was reading the email, that's all.
Yeah, of course you were. Yeah. So anyway, go on. So what did you agree with him?
I don't know, it's hard to say. It's horses for courses as well, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
I found it entertaining. as my fucking hell. I found it entertaining to a point. I'm under no delusions that it is high art or anything like that, though.
Oh God. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll post that picture up so that everyone can see it. Yeah. Okay. Well. Thank you very much for that, Matty, Matt. Shamal, have a whole wheat. Right. Yes.
Originals.
Let's move on.
McConnell.
We're never going to get this done before like 2 a.m, are we?
Right, I'm going to move on.
Right, we're moving on. So, Elton.
Yo.
What piece of feedback do you have?
I have Doreen Keldor.
Keldor the Mighty. And what does she have to say?
Okay, the subject is Deep Blue Nowhere, where I can't see clearly. Hi, Blackdog. Deep Blue Sea appears to be in a Bermuda Triangle for original thought and ideas. I think this is the film where good storylines go to die. Also, the joke in the dialogue seems to have been written by people who have had a theory of joke telling taught to them, but have never ever laughed at a joke. Even the musical cues seem off. Why does handling over a scientific sample need a musical sting? Exactly.
Yeah.
Did the parrot have a raison d'etre? I think that's how you say
raison
it.
d'etre.
Raison. Yeah. Other than to get eaten near the end? Surely, just giving the shark extra brain mass doesn't automatically make it smarter. I.e., just putting on extra body mass doesn't make one stronger. Usually, all it does is to make one less fit. Okay, I can just about accept sharks being clever, but ice? What are glaciers made of? Smart water? I also cheered when the shark shut Samuel Jackson up. And with regards to nightmare fuel, move along now, there's nothing to see here. The scene where the shark bites someone in half and a dismembered pair of legs was shown with a twitching foot was just laughable. I'm not even going to start on LL Cool J and his scripture quoting. He deserves to be in the next Sharks victim for that. iTunes claim this film has a 1 hour 44 minute running time. In my opinion, that's 104 minutes too long. Bye for now, Doreen.
Okay, thank you, Doreen. Yeah, 144 minutes too long. I tell you what, I'm totally down with that.
Oh, it's exceeding my half an hour limit.
I was going to say, I think that's wow. That's at least
three and a half Barnards too long, isn't it?
I was going to say 3.5 Barnards, isn't it? Anyway, thank you very much for that, Keldor. Yep, another one, just throwing this film to the sharks,
kicking it to the curb.
Kick it to the curb.
Curb stomp.
Yeah, bit of chum. Right, okay, well, thank you very much for that, Keldor, and good feedback. And now it's time to move on to the next piece of feedback, which is Will, Fiendish Dr. Will, who calls his one Deep Brown Turd.
I wonder where he's going with this.
I wonder. And he writes, Good evening, Blackdog. Well, yeah, that was an experience. If there was a succinct way to describe Deep Blue Sea, it's that it's all cliches, all heavy-handed foreshadowing, and a complete denial of the nature of reality. It kicks off looking like a typical 80s horror film. I would not have been surprised if the shark appeared wearing a hockey mask, at which point it starts banging on the underside of a desk that they're standing on, without having broken through the hull and the cabins underneath. Of course, later in the film you get enough information to work out exactly what's happened. The shark shrunk itself right down, swam through a tiny porthole which it shut itself behind, which it shut behind itself, and then grew again when it was inside the boat and started banging from the ceiling with a broomstick going, "Turn down the noise, you damn kids," before teleporting itself 50 feet away from the boat. Every possible cliche was rolled out to tell you exactly what was coming. The compound gate being locked behind them portentously, news that a storm was coming, only a skeleton crew on site, funding being withdrawn, must deliver results immediately. By the way, what was with the random old white guy in the Sam Jackson's office? He looked like a mannequin, served absolutely no purpose whatsoever. That was Ronnie Cox. Anyway. And very clearly saying, "We never do genetic manipulation. It's illegal and against company policy." What are you fucking doing? Oh my God.
Somebody call Norris McWhirter.
There you go. There's a print screen for you. Right. Will, if you want to know what he's doing, the picture will be on Facebook in a minute.
Oh, damn.
Right, okay. Anyway, Will continues. I'm very clearly saying we never do genetic manipulation. It's illegal and against company policy. Yeah, right. No question about what's going on here then. And then there's a long look at the doctor putting a key around her neck. Did you see it? Did you see it? See it? The key? Did you see it? We'll show you it again, just in case you missed it. The director could definitely do with a lesson in subtlety. And then, having said that, they're going to do saying that they were going to do testing tomorrow, they suddenly decide to dive straight into testing that same night, after they've been all drinking at a party, because that makes sense and won't possibly lead to any problems at all. Stupid fuckwits. Frankly, the only one with any sense was LL Cool J, who started drinking the moment the shit hit the fan. True. The rest of the film is all about the superhuman way they push doors shut against tons of water, corridors conveniently flooding to only half full despite being filled from above, and sharks that magically shrink to fit through doors or allow someone to pull a license plate out of their mouth. Have you already mentioned it was the same license plate from Jaws? I'm sure that at one point at that end, when Thomas Jane was hanging off the Gen 2 with its dorsal fin it grows about 6 feet. So yeah, completely ridiculous and stupid film. Not one that makes me angry. It was at least mildly entertaining in the way that crap films are, but I really don't think there's anything to recommend it. It's not even bad enough to watch ironically. Till next time, Fiendish Dr. Will. P.S. Quick! Quick, we haven't had enough gratuitous panty shots yet. It's almost the end of the film. Let's get her to take all her clothes off. Doesn't matter that her wetsuit is so wet that it will still conduct electricity, and she's standing against a wet wall. Just do it anyway. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we did, wasn't it?
Yep.
Exactly what you said, wasn't it?
Yep, in a room full of water on a wet table with a wet body standing on a wetsuit.
What? Yeah, exactly. What else are you going to do? I don't know.
Standing on wet as well.
Yeah, while Marty Pello slowly stands there singing, "Caught up in a wishing well." My head is like a shark's fin. Anyway, thank you very much for that, Dr. Will. Yeah, Marty Pello's like a shark's fin. There you go.
I've got a brand new baseball cap and I wish it was a shark's fin. Ooh, wish it was a shark's fin. Oh, I just want a pretty bonnet.
Wish it was a shark's fin.
Wish it was a shark's fin.
And the greatest hits of Wet, Wet, Wet will be available on Blackdog Records. It's the only fin I know. Anyway, Darren.
Yes.
Let's keep this going because we've only got like 400 pieces more of feedback. Come on.
We have Fred Lubnow.
Fiendish Lovecraftian science fair. Dr. Scum. Not
Dr.
Fiendish.
Scum.
Not Fiendish. Dr. Scum. I'm getting my doctors mixed up.
Oh, it's really going to town now, isn't it? Really, the wheels have really not just come off. They've actually booked a holiday, got on a plane, gone off on that holiday.
They didn't even know where they were going. They
didn't tell the bus they were going.
Is
it? They don't get on with the bus. They just bought the tickets and went.
Didn't even cancel the milk.
No, they won't be bringing him back a stick of rock either, or some humbugs, or maybe some of that sweetie egg and bacon.
No.
Anyway, moving on. You had to be there, Rennie. And
these jokes are no longer working.
No, they're not. Fred Lubnow's mail's titled "GMOs Produced Franken Sharks." Yep. Hello, Black Dog crew. Hope all is well. Deep Blue Sea is another movie I have not seen for years, and this was a second viewing for me. To be blunt, while the premise behind the science may be some distant and weak form of validity, the economics associated with such a venture would make it absolutely infeasible. The movie itself was silly and ridiculous, but you know what? It wasn't boring like Underworld. Of course, Samuel Jackson kiss-off was a fun shocker, but I forgot about how Stellan Skarsgård's arm gets ripped off and how he is then used as a battering ram by a shark while being strapped on a stretcher. Now that is a sucky day. I also learned the best weapon against a genetically modified shark is a frying pan, and the best defence is a pizza oven. Unfortunately, these sharks know how to use the oven.
What the fuck are you doing, Elton?
My phone has just opened up an advert for Alien Covenant. Sorry.
Right.
So you were watching Alien Covenant adverts while we're doing
No, it's
feedback.
just opened one up. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, of course. We are giving all of these feedbacks a lot of attention.
Yes, of course we are.
1:45 in the morning.
Yes.
Obviously.
Anyway, I'll get on with this one.
Go on, now carry on.
Also, the shark attack effects seem to get crappier and crappier through the course of the film. Although, overall, the film comes off as sci-fi B-movie. But I have to say, again, I was not bored. Would not watch this film on a regular basis, but I would recommend it to people who like these kinds of movies. Thank you, Blackdog. I'm wondering what the hell is next. Fred, Dr. Scum, love now.
Well, thank you very much for that, Fred. I thought he'd hate it a lot more than that, to be honest. So I think that comes under guilty pleasure, really, doesn't it?
I suppose so, actually, yeah.
Yeah, put it as a sci-fi B-movie and just... Yeah, fair enough.
Do that with it.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that, sir, and you can read more of Fred's writings on his website, which is lovecraftianscience.wordpress.com. Okie dokie. So, right, let's move on. So, Jim, who do we have next?
Well, next we have Mr. Gareth the Proton Thomas.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. Can he make a positive post on this crappy film?
Well, it's hard to tell. Subject line, Worst Jumper Award.
I'm going to guess a no.
Could go either way.
Yeah.
So then, dear Black Doggers, I trust you are all well. Been catching up on a few films this week. Kong, Hatton Garden Job, Infiltrator, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, as no one's calling it, and Deep Blue Sea. Where do I start? Well, I had seen this when it first came out, but on this viewing enlightened me just to how shitty this movie really is. Let's start with the first scene where the test shark escapes. Cue horny teens on a boat in the middle of nowhere. Oh, something's hitting the boat. Turn the fucking engines on and move. Started on a bad note for me.
Yep.
Ladies love Cool James. He gets all the birds, even a fucking parrot. In the kitchen, call environmental health. There's a parrot shit in my soup. Calm down, Mr. Owl. And we have a lot of poor CGI. Post-Jurassic Park, so we can slaughter it. And the helicopter rescue. Did they not check the condition of their equipment before they leave? And also, I thought the whole complex would have been made of severely toughened glass. But apparently, that can just be cracked and broken quite easily. Maybe they should have used the same material as the oven LL Cool J hid in, as this was as tough as you like. The shark couldn't break through that hot point oven door.
No.
I'm glad Samuel L. Jackson died, just for his taste in fucking awful jumpers. I bet Saffron Burrows was pleased she had on clean matching underwear when she stripped off. That would have ruined the whole film for me if they weren't matching. So at the end, when Carter took the contents of 2 flares to make a stick of dynamite to blow the shark up, but what an explosion that was. Kim Jong-un had been on the phone and wants the recipe. And when they finally get to the surface, it's daytime and the storm has passed. Blue skies above. Fuck off. Sharks look awful, the CGI was crap, and it was a really disappointing film. Cheers, chaps. Gareth the Proton Thomas.
But apart from that, what did you think of it, Gareth? I don't think he's keen. I don't know about you.
No, I think it really tested his powers of positivity.
Yeah, I think it did. Tested them to breaking point by the sound of it.
I think he needs to let go just a little bit more.
Yeah,
you know, just let it out there.
Though I will say the comment about Saffron Burrows' pants.
Yes.
One thing we didn't see was the back of them after that shark leapt out of the water. I bet they weren't the same shade at the back as they were at the front. Just putting it out there.
I mean, just imagine Saffron Burrows' mum there at the screening go, yes, good girl, clean underwear. You never know when you're going to get attacked by a shark or hit by a bus.
Get your kit off for the movie-going audience.
That's it, yeah, I'm so proud. Well, thank you very much for that, Gareth. Good feedback, sir. Yeah, well, let's move on. Elton?
Okay, I have Chris Johnson here.
The Shipfinder General. And what does he have to say about this film?
Okay, his subject is deepest, bluest, My feedback is like a shark's fin.
Yay! It's almost like you knew which format we were going to follow.
Exactly, yeah. Hello, Lee, Darren, Jim, and Elton. I think I chose the wrong week to feed back because Deep Blue Sea bored the living poop out of me. The lead actress, who I'm going to call Mrs. Blandy McBlandface, only had one acting style, wooden. And I was really glad when she got ripped apart. And the rest of the cast were just in it for their own conservatory. But I bet Samuel Jackson's is bigger than the Princess of Wales Conservatory at Kew Gardens. So with that being said, I'm off to paint drying, which is a better story and better pacing. Chris, smiley face.
Thank you very much for that, Chris. Yes, and you can hear more of Chris on Witness to the Defence when it finally comes back. But I'm sure the archives are still on Geek Planet Online, aren't they?
I believe they are.
Lovely. There you go. So, thank you very much for that, Chris. Oh, before we go on to the last bit of written feedback, I meant to say this because I told Darren I was going to do this. I discovered something today.
Oh, yes. I want to know this great revelation.
I discovered a piece of a fact which is going to change everyone's minds and going to blow their minds, reveal that you're all in the Matrix.
All right, go on then.
Okay. Quick question. You'll probably work it out from the question, be honest. But chocolate hobnobs. Is the chocolate on the top of the hobnob or on the bottom?
You're going to tell us it's on the bottom, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
This is back to Saffron Burrows' pants, isn't it?
Well, that's what triggered it. That's what that's what triggered it. That's what triggered the memory. It turns out that someone wrote in to McVitie's and asked them, is the chocolate on the top or the bottom? And they actually gave an official line that the chocolate is on the bottom of the hobnob. Because they lower the hobnob from a cooked thing into a reservoir of chocolate. So they're actually dipping the bottom of the hobnob into the chocolate. Mind blown.
They pick up every single hobnob and dip them individually into chocolate.
Yes.
That's amazing.
See? I told you. Your mind is blown. I can see it. I can see it working across your mind. Not only have you been eating chocolate hobnobs the wrong way, but they are individually dipped. How does that change your outlook on the entire world, Darren? Knowing that you've been eating chocolate hobnobs upside down.
It hurts a little bit.
Yeah, I thought it would. I know Darren's not really got the words for it. I think he's been made
I'm doing Robert De Niro impression at the moment.
But I can tell that it's bothering you, Elton. I can see it in your eyes that you've actually had a chocolate hobnob and it's been upside down all along.
Are we going to have another Shonky Lad Biscuit podcast? Biscuits Part 2. And another thing.
Yeah, hobnob. Hobnobageddon.
Well, answering the big questions.
Everything you thought you knew is wrong.
Yeah, which way up is a hobnob and is a Jaffa cake a cake or a biscuit?
Well, we got the answer to that.
Yeah, I'm sure we did, didn't we?
Yeah. Basically, if it dries out and goes hard, then it's a cake.
It's cake.
But if it's left out and it goes soft, it's a biscuit. So Jaffa cakes are a cake.
Right, okay.
Answering the big questions of the movie world here on Blackdog.
Yes. Yeah, we might have gone off on a tangent, but I'm sure we won't do that. This podcast is not about tangents.
No, of course not.
But yeah, just bear that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Chocolate hobnobs are upside down.
So far
It's
been
official.
about 2.5 hours of tangent.
It's been 2.5 hours of complete knobs. I mean, chocolate hobnobs. I mean, you know, shark's fins. But anyway, I digress. Let's move on to the feedback, shall we? I haven't been recording that either. No. Anyway, thank you very much so far. Let's get to the last bit of written feedback. And it's Greg Madden down the other end of the USS Blackdog. It's Mr. Worf now. I was going to say Bones, but Mr.
Right,
Worf.
okay. Yes.
And he writes, Deep Blue Sea. Greetings, Lee, Darren, Jim and Elton, and that narcissistic nautical nuisance, Mr. Owl. He's on point today. Old Al's on the move today. Well, work is finally calmed down, and one pointed ear Blackdog science officer has stopped running around my checkpoint demanding for a full body cavity search. So I had a little extra time to check out this week's movie of Deep Blue Sea. I also had a little extra time to do a bonus review this week, for I have been engrossed lately in playing a newly released video game, Outlast 2, which, if you're a fan of horror video games, is a definite must-have. I did see a video of it. It looks like zombie hillbilly heaven. But anyway, or hell. Anyway, I think it's even better than the first one, strong words, even though I'm not even halfway through it. Oh well, I guess I've put this off long enough, so it's time for me to sit down with a keg of blood wine and give this film a good kick in, although I'm starting to wonder if one keg is enough. Okay, let's first get this out the way. This film is a pile of you-know-what. Oh, what happened there? Someone jumped on again.
Oh, hello.
It looks like it.
Oh, we got a mystery person coming in.
Who is this?
Oh, God. I'll carry on with the feedback while we work it all out.
You do that.
Okay, let's get this
right. They might actually show up as a camp. Move the thing over.
Okay, I'm keeping it there.
Oh, hello. No, they're not showing up.
No, whoever it is keeping quiet.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
the suspense is killing me.
I don't know. I'm leaving it there.
Okay.
Maybe whoever it is. Hello, mystery fifth person who's just jumped in from the Facebook group.
It's from that bunch of people that send you the email about the web design.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so Greg continues. Okay, let's first get this out of the way. This film is a heaping pile of you-know-what. It might as well be Sharknado prequel. It's as bad as I watched the film, I just shook my head and thought, where would I even start that is so bad? So I decided to point out the first thing that really aggravated me. I'm sorry, no matter how much you genetically alter a shark's brain, it will not be able to back up this physically impossible task for sharks. It's like asking for an aeroplane to fly backwards. They're just not designed physically for that. Hold on, I think he's jumped a bit, but I think he's talking about sharks swimming backwards. All right, the first thing that really stuck in my craw. The second, I'm sure everyone has pointed out, the bloody sharks are a different size in every scene. I'm just going to move this down here so I can see Darren's face and Elton's face and Jim's face, because people are giggling. And I can't see it because the bloody text is in the way.
Yeah.
And I can't see what's going on in my own blooming screen. Anyway. Oh, God blimey. Mystery guest
messages coming up.
Yep, mystery guest 1 has returned.
Oh,
hello, mystery guest 1. Mm-hmm. I think it might be mystery guest, might be an American chap, but we'll carry on with the feedback.
Are we believing that it is actually a chap?
I don't know. I really don't. I want to just get through the feedback.
It's a big trucker called Dave from Tucson.
Well, he's not the kind to
kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farah.
Yeah, which is kissing and telling straight away, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry. Anyway, Greg.
I'm not going to tell you this secret part.
Mm. So, Greg's talking about he hates the fact that sharks can swim backwards, and and the second thing, I'm sure everyone's pointed this out, is that bloody sharks were different sizes in every scene. Yes. It was totally ridiculous, and I'm sure everyone has kicked that fact around enough. I mean, I could go on with points like this, but why? I mean, there's so many idiotic things going around with this show. I think it made my brain hurt. I might have even lost a few IQ points watching this thing. So,
yep.
I'm just going to boil this down into one big point, and then I will let it go and try and drink my way to forgetfulness to this whole bloody movie. And my point is that no matter how big you make a shark or how smart you make them, it will not give them an advanced engineering degree. Our knowledge they would not have known about. Oh, and knowledge they would not have known about. This film is a total trash. What else can I say? It makes no sense whatsoever. Well, that's it for the USS Blackdog security post. I think this is going to go. I'm going to go kick some tribbles out of an airlock somewhere or something. Wishing you all the best. Cheers, Mr. Wolf, Greg Madden. Thank you very much for that, sir. And we've hit the end of the written feedback. It's only taken us 3 hours, but we've done it. Oh God, we've done it. Right. Anyway. Right. So, Yeah. Well, thank you very much for that, sir. Yeah, I think he's just touched on the same points. We all think this film's fucking stupid, right?
Yep.
Except Elton.
No, I think it's fucking stupid.
Okay, fine. Right. Well, shall we move on to the MP3 feedback?
Let's do that.
Let's do that then. Well, we got 3 pieces of MP3 feedback, and the first is from Rosmosis, I believe.
Aha.
And let's hear what she says about Deep Blue Sea.
Hello, everybody. Blimey, it's been a while, hasn't it? That's just me being lazy. Sorry, guys. So this one is a bit of a strange one, isn't it? I didn't expect you guys to cover something like this, but I guess I obviously don't know you as well as I thought, but kudos for widening your palette somewhat. See, this film I haven't seen for a long time, and I only saw about 2012, maybe, after which one of the actors in the cast had become quite famous for a very specific role. But what surprised me is this film's combination of intense romantic melodrama, something akin to A Brief Encounter, but calmed and quietened by the rather realist staging of the movie. And that is something that you don't see very often now, and I really appreciated it. So it was good to see it again. Again, I'm surprised that that your podcast covered this, because this isn't normally the sort of thing that you look at. But I love Rachel Weisz, and it's always nice to see a bit of pre-Thor Tom Hiddleston, especially a bit of side arse. Oh, hang on. Oh shit! I watched the wrong movie. Okay, give me an hour and a half. Oh, The Deep Blue Sea is different. It's shit. Okay. Give me a minute. Give me an hour and a half. I'll be back in a sec. Oh god, that film's a pile of wank. In a good way. I like it. It's a good pile of wank. Yeah, shocking. I know. Rosmosis likes a shit film. Oh god. Yeah, this film is terrible, but I love it. It's so shit. Yeah, Samuel Jackson, I know he's only in it for a little while, and obviously there to earn a conservatory, presumably the size of the one in Kew Gardens, but blimey, I love it. And he gets the best death as well. I have to admit, when I have seen this before, and when I first saw it, I did not expect Samuel Jackson to die like that, with his legs just left twitching on the pier. It's excellent stuff. And this is probably LL Cool J's best role ever. Not that there's much competition for that, but he's really good in this. He's probably one of the only good things about this. It's about as dumb as you can expect from this type of thing. But I really enjoyed it. So stupid. Yeah. Anyway, good to feedback again. I really ought to make more of an effort to join in more often, because you guys are the best. But anyway, looking forward to next week, whatever that might be. I haven't checked, but yeah.
Just to clear something up, thank you very much for your feedback there, Roz. But just to say, you got something wrong, and I think I need to correct you. That's not LL Cool J's best role. His best role was a ham salad one he got from Percy Ingalls in Woolwich at around 2 p.m. last Thursday. Just, so you know. That's all.
I thought it was his only role.
Oh, no, he's been in loads.
No,
he's in Halloween sequel to
TV
H2O.
series.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
CSI.
He's in that weird Barry Levinson film, Toys,
Oh
with
my
Robin Williams.
god, really?
And he presents lip sync battles as well.
Yep.
On Channel
Yeah,
5.
Halloween H2O. He's in.
Halloween
He's in
H2O.
Charlie's Angels, Rollerball.
Was
he in Training Day as well?
Is he in your local?
No,
is he in your local supermarket as well, selling beans?
Yep.
Demonstrating how to make a perfect omelette.
Yeah, selling shark hats. Oh my god!
Down the farmers market actually every Thursday.
Farmers market. Yeah. What was that?
The farmers market. The farmers market. I'm no more a farmer than Morton Harket.
Well, thank you very much for that, Ros. And sorry you had. I guess you liked the Deep Blue Sea. And surprisingly, after watching a bit of Tom Hiddleston's side arse, you didn't mind Deep Blue Sea, which had an entire cast of complete arse. So there you go. It's very good. Well, I'm glad you liked it anyway. And don't worry about not feeding back. When people apologise for not feeding back, don't worry about it. God's sakes, only we do this job. No one else has to.
We're the ones who should be apologising.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say at this point,
tonight, definitely.
After tonight, I was going to say 2 hours and 41, and for God's sakes, if you got through half of this gibberish, I'm surprised I'm even awake at this point.
You're listening to the Bobbins podcast.
You're listening to We'll Say Any Old Shit just to fill the airtime. So
big hello to any truckers out there.
Yeah. Hello, Antonio Bay. You just take care now.
Now it's time to really liven things up here on Radio 4, and it's time for Phil Collins and a Groovy Kind of Love.
Now it's time for Knitting Circle on Radio 5 Live Sports. Anyway. Blimey. Right. Well, thank you very much for that, Ros. I'm glad you liked it for all of its rubbishness. And I'm glad you got to see the Deep Blue Sea as well, because, who doesn't like a bit of Rachel Weisz, who misses. And we've been joined by, mysterious fifth chair again. So whoever that turns out to be, we'll hopefully find out by the end of the recording.
Yep.
Right. Okay, so that was Ros, and now we're... Oh, yeah, he's giving us a wave.
He's waving again.
He's waving at us, whoever that is. I tell you what, it's going to turn out... It's going to be like fucking Scream, isn't it? It's going to turn out he's in the house.
Yeah.
Do you want to play a game?
Yeah, exactly.
He's inside that
wipe
box.
The floor of you with a serial killer quiz, motherfucker.
Cake ideas. He's in that cardboard box there.
He's in a box labelled cake ideas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Lisa's cake ideas box.
Yep.
Right, okay, well, moving on. Oh, and now Elton's posting pictures of unicorns. Brilliant. Thanks for that. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm just going to go through the feedbacks.
I've got nothing.
Right, so the next bit of feedback is from Stacker Hammond, Pete Hammond, on his quad bike out in the middle of nowhere. And he has this to say about Deep Blue Sea.
My head is like a shark's fin. Lionel, cool Jeremy. One of the finest rappers ever to grace God's clean earth. Hello, yeah, this is Stacker Hammond leaving feedback for Conservatory Weeks Part 2, or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, actually, the point of order, I think, really. Is it actually Samuel L. Jackson with his Barrett catalogue, or is it Stellan Skarsgård trying to find ways of feeding his 19 kids? Because he's a proper actor, isn't he? He's been in stuff that's worthy and whatnot. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, Deep Blue Sea. Rubbish! Absolute nonsense. Completely stupid. One of these days, Hollywood will realise that shark films don't work. Jaws did it well and did it best, and come on, let's leave it there, lads. But the sharks are protagonists. They're always evil. Fair enough. They always try and eat people. They'll eat your heroes, your heroines, and God knows who else. But yeah, I don't have much truck with them. But this one is so ludicrous and silly that it's actually very, very enjoyable, even though it isn't on the same page. Complete plop. Yeah, super intelligent sharks. Yeah, there is evidence to suggest that certain species of sharks are actually very, very intelligent. They're up there probably with dolphins, looking at great whites, and actually mako sharks. Some of your big oceanic pelagic species have been shown to be quite intelligent, but I'm not sure they could figure out how to open doors, switch ovens on, how to sink a submarine base just so they could climb over the fence in some dramatic finale way. The actual film itself, I don't mind too much. It's one of those ones you can actually put it on a bit like Unstoppable, really, that sort of crap that it started 45 minutes ago, but let's just sit and watch the end bit. That's quite amusing. It looks good, blah blah blah. Actually, speaking of the end, what's his name, LL Cool James, was actually meant to die and Saffron Burrows was meant to live, but test audiences hated her so much, and let's face it, I think everybody does in this film, that they actually had to reshoot the ending so that she dies, which is why it looks slightly different. The lighting looks a bit weird and clearly in a swimming pool around at Thomas James's house. So overall, I it's one of those films that it just falls into your face. It looks relatively pretty. It's very silly. It's a B movie with a bit of a budget behind it. As for the actual budget, I think they spent everything on the sharks, because the actual animatronic sharks don't look too bad. I mean, yes, they suffer from... they don't quite look... And CG goes to the same. You'll never quite get how a shark opens its mouth properly, because in real life they're fucking terrifying. Just due to the way they throw their jaw bones forward. Well, not bones, cartilage. Anyway, no, too much of a shark geek. Stop it there. But overall, I enjoy this film, but I also hate it. It's one of those ridiculous things that, fine, just fall into my face. I'd say it's better than Underworld. That's nonsense. Anyway, so that's me. It's good fun, silly, rubbish, brilliant. Cheers, lads.
So it just falls into your face.
Now, there's a tagline for you.
It just falls in your face. Deep blue sea. I in your face. Larry Cool James. Anyway, thank you very much for that,
So
Stacker.
good he named it twice.
Yeah, so good they just named him.
Can I just ask a question about LL Cool J in the oven?
Is that his concept album?
It's like R. Kelly in the closet.
Yeah.
LL Cool J in the oven.
LL Cool Biscuit. Yeah, go on, carry on.
Or Jimmy Savile in the hospital.
Oh, with the candlestick. No.
LL Cupcake.
Kinel Cupcake.
No, the oven turning on.
Yes.
Were you under the impression that the shark actually turned the oven on?
I was.
Or
yeah, by accident, if anything.
Can't hear you now. You have to talk into the mic.
I said by accident, if nothing else.
I didn't. I thought it was deliberate, because they made a whole point of looking at the thing being switched on deliberately. Because you can't just turn that thing on by knocking it with your nose. It went all the way round.
Just because you've become intelligent doesn't mean to say you can understand the concept of an oven if you've never fucking seen one before.
Well, apparently you can also understand how the entire building can be destroyed, and therefore it can't take the water pressure. Therefore, it can sink enough for you to get over the barrier. It also sharks understand the difference between steel and tungsten, apparently, because that's the whole point. They want to get under. They want to get the tungsten down.
Yeah.
So that they can go to the steel barriers that they can break through.
Mm.
Right.
So you got scientist sharks who are metallurgists. Metallurgist shark. Heavy metal sharks. I mean, seriously?
Yeah.
Fuck this film. Fuck this film. Anyway, thank you very, very much for that, Pete. And we'll see you, I'm sure, if we don't hear you before, we'll see you at the Shindig, which we haven't mentioned this week, have we?
No, we haven't.
If
we
you
should.
Nope.
We should.
Probably a bit late now, but never mind.
Yeah, I was going to say, we were only 10 minutes from 3 hours, so I'm sure everyone's listening to this point.
The Shindig is nowhere near as long as this episode.
No, it isn't.
It really isn't.
No, it's not. It's from like 6 o'clock till closing time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Shindig. Go to the Blackdog Facebook group, look under events, you'll find all the details there. And if you're listening to this, you're invited.
Yes, you are.
Except for you. You over there. You know who you are. Yeah, you're not invited.
His eyes are
Sorry.
too close together.
Okay, I won't.
No, not you, you fool.
Oh,
You've got
sorry.
a beer.
Okay.
You can't get out of it. But yes, I agree with what Pete said about it being better than Underworld, but that's not really saying much, though, is it? Really,
well, it's a foregone conclusion. That it's better than Underworld.
Well, yeah, it's not really saying much, is it? It's like, you know, I've had tooth extractions that were better than Underworld. I think I could have a pineapple enema and that'd be better than Underworld.
Is that a cocktail?
No. I wish it were. Anyway,
that's the shindig.
Yeah, exactly. Who wants a pineapple enema on the house? Well, not on the house, actually.
Maybe we should have a little competition for people sending recipes for Blackdog cocktails.
Yeah, the shut up. That's why.
That's what, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Able to kill a man in a single stroke. Yeah, the Paul W.S. Anderson. It just tastes like everything else and is boring.
The stickle brick.
Ah, the stickle brick. Yeah. Yep. It sticks bits together and makes no sense by the time you're finished.
We could have Darren's craft beer corner.
Oh my word!
There you go.
God, it's all branding.
All I'll do is I'll go down sort of like, you know, I'm sure there's a fucking Boots where we can still buy homebrew stuff.
Homebrew kit.
Oh yeah, I'm going to get some pipes and some rubber bungs and some test tubes.
A length of rusty
packet
chain.
of yeast. There you go. Maybe some hops. Put them in there and all.
Well, the hops would be kind of handy, and the yeast. Length of rusty chain and the brewer's foreskin.
There you go.
There you go. Leave it and boil it down. Job's a good one. Okay, well there you go. That's a challenge for you. Right, okay, well now it's on to our last bit of feedback, which is Michael the Belly Stapler Cornet, who hopefully is having a much better week this week, even though he's still obviously suffering a bit according to his Facebook statuses. But, you know, as ever, we wish you well, sir. But maybe, actually, is Michael Cornet the Belly Stapler the mystery guest?
Could be.
Mystery guest number 5, who's sitting over there in the chat room. Are you still listening to us? Is that who you are?
1, 2, 3, 4.
It is.
Is it?
It is. It is. Oh, he is there, and that's not who he is. Oh.
Hold on.
No, I am listening. Oh, for goodness sake.
Who? Hold on. I've got to have a look at this.
Okay, give us a clue before we get to Michael's feedback. Come on. Who is it?
Don't say book.
Don't say book or anything like that. Just don't. I know one of you personally. Which one of us? Which one of us do you know? Come on, this is making boring podcasting. Come on, hurry up. Mr. Moon. Ooh. It's not Mr. Owl, is it? We're not being...
He's on his perch.
Fuck. He's come off his perch. Are you in Mr. Moon's house right now? Not yet. Oh, scary. Okay, right, fine. We're moving on. Mr. Moon, it's time for you to think about it. Not yet. He's, just check all the locks and doors while we listen to the last bit of feedback, which is Michael the Belly Stapler Cornet of dustandcorruption.blogspot.com, and he's probably going to be joined by Voldor as well, I imagine, from Vobos. Yeah. And let's hear what he thought, and they thought of Deep Blue Sea.
Good evening, Black Doggers. Good evening to Lee, Darren, Jim Elton. This is Mike Cornett, the Belly Stapler, coming at you from Baltimore.
And this is Voldar, the Santa Slayer. No, that's not nice. They told me not to do that. This is Voldar, your friend on Phobos.
Hi, Voldar. How are you?
Oh, rough day. You know how it is when you're in prison.
No, I guess I understand a little. Anyway, I just want to give a serious little speech here. Thank you guys so much for all the support. It's been a rough week in between my cousin Dewey passing away and my very dear friend Steve being diagnosed with inoperable brain tumor, and possibly only having like 6 months. So, yeah, and I just have to rage against the dark and not go gently into that good night. There's not a hell of a lot I can do about any of this except cope. And you guys are helping me cope. So thank you very much.
And I've been doing my best too. I've been trying to cheer you up.
Yes, you have, Voldar, and I do appreciate it. Your heart's in the right place.
Yeah, somewhere above my stomach.
Yeah. Anyway. Deep Blue Sea. Oh, Lord. The movie's such a freaking mess.
It was. It just didn't make any sense.
I mean, and I should have known. I mean, it's a fucking Rennie Harlan film. Oh, God. The guy is just a big-budget Uwe Ball. He just poops out all this stuff, this very slick-looking stuff. And I remember when this first came out, and it was a big deal, you know. It had some fairly significant names in it. I mean, and people made such a huge deal about it. It's going to be like this, the greatest thing since sliced bread.
What's sliced bread?
It's a food product.
Oh, like blorf.
Blorf?
Yeah, that's what we eat on Mars. Blorf.
Oh.
It's a lot like steak.
Oh, okay. I guess maybe I'm just being too goddamn picky. I mean, they talk about, sharks don't get tumors, and yeah, sharks actually do get tumors, you know. And all the physics doesn't make sense, you know, like water's rushing in, you know. Oh, we'll close the door. You're not able to fucking close the door. Human beings cannot do that. We don't have the strength to close the door against a raging tide.
Yeah, because you humans are weak.
Voldar.
Sorry.
Really, it just was a mess. I mean, for me at least, the one good part of it is toward the beginning when Thomas Jane comes up out of the water in his swim trunks, and I'm just sitting there like, oh.
Sweet mystery of life, at last I found thee.
Mike, are you there?
Oh, hi. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but really, the movie is just dumb, you know, and it was retinkered and rejiggered half to death.
Yeah, because they wanted that female scientist to die. They thought she was more the villain than anything else.
Yeah.
And you can kind of tell there's parts where she was digitally erased from the movie.
Yeah, it was dumb. In the end, I mean, this whole thing of super intelligent sharks coming after us, it just didn't make for a really thrilling movie. It was a bad idea. And why couldn't they have just like had the sharks in some big tank out in Arizona so you wouldn't have to worry about them escaping into the wild? Anyway, dumb movie. And
it was directed by a hack.
Very good. Yes, absolutely. He was a hack. And boy, did his career go nowhere after this. He really hasn't done much significant since this, I don't think. I know he directed one movie that kind of looked like softcore gay porn almost, with a bunch of teenage boys and witches and all that. And I was like, wait, what? Is there something you're not telling us, Rennie? Yeah, dumb movie. And Samuel Jackson, I mean, getting killed off the way he was, and people will kind of think, oh, that was such a great death scene. It sucked. He was just in it for the money. He didn't care. So, anyway, you weren't thrilled, Voldar, were you?
No, not at all. I mean, Mars, we don't have oceans, we don't have sharks, we can't relate.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right. I'm recording this early because I have rehearsal for The Day the Earth Stood Still tomorrow night, and I'm doing that Friday.
I wish I could be there.
I'll send you a recording, Voldar.
Thanks. I'm stuck in the mines down in Phobos.
What do they mine on Phobos anyway? Platinum? Gold?
Tapioca.
Oh, it has to come from somewhere, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Mike Cornett, the Belly Stapler, and...
this is Voldar the Martian.
Signing off. See you next week. Mwah. Bye.
And there you go. So we leave Michael with his dreams of wet Thomas Jane going off into the sunset. And yes. Yes, and good luck with the Day the Earth Stood Still performance, by the way. I'm seeing lots of posts about that, sir, and yes, as with the War of the Worlds one, if you've got a recording or some link to a recording, put it on the Facebook group when you've done it, because it's a good tale, and we'd quite like to hear it. So that's always good. Well, thank you very much for the feedback, and yes, it is a fucking dumb film, and yes, it is. Yeah, and you even picked up on the bit that Darren was talking about just making the base in the middle of the cocking desert.
Or just further up the beach, just Just away from the sea.
How about just making the entire fence out of that titanium that the metallurgist shark couldn't work out, could get through?
Or whatever they make black boxes out of. Make the fence out of that. The black box always fucking will survive a plane crash, so it must be pretty tough stuff.
That's right, it can be.
Yep.
And, or just put a lid on the whole fucking thing and just make the walls out of concrete. But obviously concrete that will survive more than 10 tons of weight of water, which is ridiculous anyway, because if you're going to have a base that goes, 600 feet underwater, it's got to be able to take sort of some pressure in it.
It should have, yeah. But then I didn't think they were that far down. They're going on about, the pressure this, pressure that. It's like, hold on, this is not like the abyss, where the bottom of the bloody trench.
No.
Right? This is like, you're like a couple of feet down.
Yeah.
I think it was 600 meters, wasn't it?
600 meters. Yeah, well, that's...
I think it was roughly.
Which is about 1,800 feet. Still quite a way. Make your ears pop.
It didn't look like 600 meters.
No.
Still be that far offshore. That's not that deep for ocean, though, is it?
No, not really. Which is another thing. What was at the bottom of that cage? Never saw the bottom of the cage, did you? Then why? Oh, so why not just put whatever was on the bottom of the cage on the top of the cage? Because then you'd have a complete
bottom
cage.
of what cage?
The shark's cage.
Oh,
not the parrot's cage.
Not the parrot's cage.
Well, that went all the way down to the bed, didn't it?
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, did it? I don't know. Nicolas Cage, yeah. That would make whatever was made out of Nicolas Cage. The Wicker Man. Bees. Anyway, so thank you very much for that, Michael. Thank you for your kind words. Hope you're feeling better soon. Hope things improve, or at least you cope as well as you can do in situations like that. And, and to use theatre parlance, break a leg with the day the Earth stood still. And thank you for your feedback, as ever, and thank you, Voldar. Right, well, that's it. We're done. We are done with the feedback. We are done with using these silly cameras that have distracted us. I think we might turn these off next time. What do you reckon? And we've also found out the identity of our mystery fifth chair, the one hidden away.
Yeah.
Now, do we tell them? Do we tell her who they are? Do we tell everyone out there who it is? What do you reckon? Jim?
We offer it as a prize. If you guess.
Yeah, if you can guess. We have found out. Elton, what do you reckon?
Don't say at the moment.
Okay.
I don't know. It's gone 1:30 in the morning. Say it. Don't say it. Honestly.
I don't care.
Nor do
I found
I
out.
really don't care.
Yeah, I found out hobnobs are upside down. My world's already been ruined.
Yeah, that's when the record scratched in my head.
Okay. Right, in which case, I'm not telling everyone. We just know who it is. Ha ha! There you go. Right, so, thank you, Mystery Fifth Chair, for your attendance.
Yep.
Thank you to everyone for sending in feedback. Thank you to everyone who's listened this far. God bless you. That's all I've got to say. Bless you all. And now it just leaves us to tell you what we're going to be doing for next week's film, which we're going to ramble on about and probably talk about something completely different for 90% of the time. I mean, really, that's all we've done, isn't it? So, for next week's film, it's Ben Kingsley's conservatory we're talking about now. But Ben Kingsley's conservatory, which was earned on the blood of Uwe Bols' output. Jim, do you want to field this one?
Yes, it's one of his infamous video game adaptations.
Oh, God.
Bloodrayne.
Oh. I mean, we could have had Thunderbirds again. We could have had Sexy Beast. We could have had anything.
What else have we done a Uwe Ball? What was the...
Yeah.
House of the Dead, is that the only one we've done?
You wash your mouth out.
It's too late. You've already broke the seal with Soldier and Blade Runner, mate. You've got no moral leg to stand on. It's already gone. It's too late. That ship's sailed. That moral ship has gone. It's gone. It's gone over the horizon. It's gone so far over the horizon. It's coming back on the other side of the horizon behind you. Your moral right is gone. Dead. Vanished.
Bothered.
Vamoosed.
Go.
Gone.
Go now.
Gone.
Walk out that door.
Just turn around now, because you're not welcome anymore. You were the one who tried to hurt me with Soldier. Did you think I'd crumble?
No, but do you want me to put the keys through the letterbox? Shall I? Or shall I just hand them to you? Shall I put them on the table just by the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so so Bloodrayne.
Can I go home now?
No, not until I say. Until you turn all those hobnobs up the right way. Anyway, now, so we're going to be doing Bloodrayne. Bloodrayne. Ben Kingsley needed conservatory, and he did it for Bloodrayne. So, yes, do send in feedback for Bloodrayne. Send it into feedback@blackdogpodcast.com. And, gentlemen, tout your wares, because it's the least I can do for sitting through this shambles. Jim.
You can hear me every week on my own podcast, Hypnagoria, and this week I'm kicking off a little mini-series on the gruesome legend of the Hand of Glory.
Yes, glory hands. Bit like jazz hands, but round the other way in a candle.
A lot harder to make.
Yeah, a lot harder to make, and probably smell a bit as well. And what about you, Elton?
You can catch me on the Grand Prix podcast.com, where me and Andy talk about cars going round in circles.
Flappy
and you can also catch me on shunkylab.com, where me and a guest will just talk about crap. Really?
Yay! Brilliant. And mystery guest number 5. Do you have anything to tout while you're on? Oh, there's typing.
Spoons?
Just typing? No.
Pegs?
No. Okay.
Dusters?
Yeah. Penny farthings?
Encyclopedias?
Cards that you put in the spokes? Anything? The revolution. Okay, there you go. So, number 5 is promoting the revolution, which isn't saying that he's got anything to do with short circuit.
Is that sold by the ounce or the pound?
I don't know. I think we should just leave now.
The revolution won't be televised. It won't be Skyped.
No, but it won't be appear in .compverb.
But it may appear in your next Ocado shopping.
Yeah, it might turn up with some nectar cards. Anyway, right, enough of this rambling drivel. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you to GML and Darren, number 5. And thank you for Windows for fucking up my day once again. And thank you to Skype for being utterly shit. And a thank you to appear.in for actually getting us out of this hole. And for confusing us all with webcams. So, until next week, where we will be talking about something other than Bloodrayne.
To the best of our abilities.
Join us on the Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/the Blackdog Podcast. And join us on Twitter, which is @Blackdog Podcast. And just give us a review on iTunes. Something over 1 star would be nice. And anything that says they don't stop talking and I found out Hobnobs was upside down will get extra kudos. There you go. So, until then, take care. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
bollocks to it.